Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another Thursday Night Live. I'm your home girl, just another brown girl in America, and I'm some of y'all favorite auntie. So, welcome back. Thanks for popping in. Don't forget to share this live. Drop a comment. Let us know you're here. Join the conversation and send it to your friends. If you ever want to get up on this panel, you just inbox or DM me at Nikki Green on Instagram 2025. Email me. My email is in the description. But without further ado, of course, I got my host. We got Miss Yolanda Misunderstood back with us today. How
Hey,
y'all doing?
hello.
Is she your only co-host?
No, she a guest. I introduced her as a guest. Everybody knows who my co-hosts are. Faces, Tim, Scowney.
Oh my God, that was a little bit of jade.
But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get this stream started though. But why are we doing that? How y'all been? How was Mother's Day? Happy Mother's Day, Yolanda. I know I told you.
Thank you. Same to you. I had an amazing Mother's Day. I was just everybody loved on me. I loved on my family. Family is everything to me. I think that's the nucleus of everything. So I had a great Mother's Day. I didn't do a lot. I didn't go out to eat. I got a lot of gifts. I cooked and drove the hell out the kids. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
What
I
about
took my
yours?
mom to see Patty now.
Oh, okay.
Patty and Shaka Khan and all the
Hmm.
girls. Mhm.
How was that show?
It was actually really, really nice. Just the actual experience itself was nice, just to like kind of see all them under one roof. So
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of dope, you know. Same
Yeah,
stuff.
okay. That was a Morgan Casey experience,
I'm sorry, what?
wasn't that a Morgan Casey? Did she do that? She put that show on?
Oh,
Morgan
I don't
Casey.
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think it was. It was her thing. It was her. She was there with her mom too. It was dope. I saw Patty.
Right.
They was harassing her in the bathroom. I saw
Oh
it.
yeah, she a diva. But I also want to give a moment of silence because something tragic happens. I don't want to start off, but I do want to kind of because he was a YouTuber. I don't know if you heard Yolanda. Oh my God, now they podcast is blowing me. But they used to go down the street and do it live. But the one young man got unalived the day before Mother's Day from
Oh,
their podcast. His name was Courtney. He got into it with a guy at the gas station and they stabbed him.
Wait a minute, Courtney, not Courtney Egger show.
No. This is a
Oh, I'm
local
gonna say,
guy.
wait a
No,
minute, hold on.
no, this is a local guy.
Courtney just
uh-huh.
he in the
Is
comments.
this?
Oh, he is.
I'm
Hey, what's the
saying
word, Courtney? Hey, how you doing? Thanks
He
everybody
was.
Courtney
for
Egger show.
popping.
What's good, my guy? I'm saying, wait a minute, hold on.
I don't know. Is this somebody that we familiar with?
You might be familiar. They used to do the podcast down the street.
Which
Yeah,
one got killed?
the one with the glasses, the young one.
The dark one.
I believe so. Yeah, he wore the glasses. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute.
Nah, that's crazy. If it's
Let me
who I
see.
think it is, that's crazy.
No, I
That's
think it's who you
crazy.
think it is. He always had the little black glasses on. He was
Yeah.
always smiling, happy,
From
cool.
On Blast. On
You know
Blast.
that
On blast,
unfortunately,
yes.
Oh,
unfortunately,
that's so sad.
that's the risk you take when it comes to trying to break
Damn.
through barriers when it comes to certain aspects of content creation. It's like you got to put yourself in those situations to where something like that might happen. Unfortunately,
Okay.
and I'm not saying that you have to. I'm saying that that is a way to help you break through glass ceilings.
That's
When you,
crazy.
what do you mean when you saying okay? Just
When it comes to like putting yourself in precarious and dangerous situations, the people on the other. Listen, this is one thing I want to give y'all homework. I'm giving y'all homework. All right.
Mhm.
I ain't
There's a
doing it.
show on Netflix called Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm familiar.
Black
This
cool.
show, Black
Black
Mirror.
Mirror.
Oh,
One of
black
my
mirror.
faves. It's one of
I've
my
heard it.
faves.
Listen, I'm a sci-fi suspense thriller, psychological thriller junkie.
Mm.
There's an episode on there, season one. episode 4, I believe, of Black Mirror called 1 Million Merits.
Is that the one with the soldiers? The soldier?
No, no, I know what you're talking about. That's Daniel. The one I'm talking about was Daniel Kaluuya, and he was on a bike. And while he was running the bike, he was running up. He was getting more money the faster he ran. Like, listen,
I have to
that
go back and watch all of them because all of them good.
I'll check it out. I
Yeah.
love
it's
that
called
show.
1 Million Merits. It's just the things you some people have to do to get to certain levels in social media clout.
Mm.
Each one of those
Yeah.
episodes in Black Mirror is not a consecutive. You don't have to watch them in order because it's not one consecutive series.
Oh,
Each
okay.
episode has its own story.
Yeah, it's like the
Except this,
Twilight Zone.
Right.
But Nikki, you're not saying that that young man got killed because of his podcast. He
I
just
don't
got
think so.
killed
I
because
don't
he
know
was
what it was
drunk.
about. I just know that there was an
That's
altercation
crazy.
while he
Okay.
was out, like at a gas station or something,
All right.
and the guy stabbed him in the heart. So
Yeah.
Damn.
yeah,
I know
Yeah.
one thing. When you focus on what you got going on, you really don't see how many people are actually looking and
at you and
watching
watching
your
you and stuff.
podcast, and they might think you are way further than you even think in your mind. You just thinking I'm just moving in my purpose, I'm doing this, and you do put a special light on yourself when you do this social media thing, and it is crazy because the situation just happened to me, and since then I just been like ducked off and kind of only moving when I gotta move, only doing
Right.
things when I have to do it, and being very, very mindful of my circle, very mindful of my circle. Like these people crazy out here in real life, not for play. They not playing.
Miss
Like,
Yolanda, I need you to get out of my brain, okay? Because I was thinking earlier today, like something that we could talk about is that somebody is always watching,
mm,
especially when you're out on these social media streets, when you're out on these YouTube streets. Somebody, all it takes, you can have 10 subscribers, and when you live stream, you get one viewer. That one viewer can be the person that is watching you, trying to triangulate certain things about your life so they can do whatever it is.
mhm.
Somebody is always watching. So that's
It's
what
funny
that's
y'all
why
say that
I'm like,
because today, um, I think I was going in the gas station and this guy was like, "Hey, you be singing down at such and such, don't you?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah." Yeah, but I'm just like, I've never even really tripped on his face. I usually kind of put faces and I can know who around me, but I had never seen. So I just thought that was kind of strange, that we brought this up. It was like, you be down here, you be down here. But yeah, but let us
It can
go
be
ahead.
creepy.
Huh?
No, I was just saying it could be creepy. It could feel real creepy. So okay.
let me say this real quick, Miss Nikki. I'm super quick. The position that I told you guys that I got promoted to, it's actually popping off. So starting Monday, I'm going to start traveling for work, and I don't want to say because of this conversation like what we were just talking about, and the guy that got unalived and stabbed uh, due
Damn.
to his social media, whatever. I'm not going to say where it is until after I'm not there anymore.
Congratulations.
But it's starting to
Congrats.
pop off.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations.
yeah, I'm
Elevation. Yeah.
I'm
Go
working
get him.
feverishly working through closing out my house and putting stuff in storage and throwing things out
Mm.
to make sure everything is cool. By the time of 31st hits, when my lease is up, I'm gonna be saving that
Yeah.
bread.
Good for you.
Okay.
It's a lot, but it's
Yay.
going to be a good thing.
Yeah,
And
it's a good thing.
South Dakota. Yeah.
All right. Well,
You
let's
gonna be
go
down
ahead
there
and
with
get started because I'm
Poetic
finna
Flacco.
rattle y'all feathers. I know it rattled my feathers. And I just want to show this little video and kind of just give everybody an idea of what some things that seem to be so innocent or seem to be okay, how they can spiral out of control when they do not have regulations or people just doing whatever. So without further ado, I'm gonna let y'all see this and y'all tell me for yourself. as soon as I find her.
I cannot believe that what we are about to watch even exists. Here we have a young woman at her gender reveal party finding out that she's having a girl and then proceeds to get gifted abortion pills by her friends who then start applauding as she takes the abortion pills in celebration of having a baby girl. Brace yourself because this is sick.
We got a ladybug in the house.
Oh, what's no ladybug? I want it Jumbo. Don't put him in no corner. I don't want ladybug. I don't want no little. Well, Drake, that's okay, because your real resort are right here. No, it's okay. What this is to abortion pills? Woo! Woo! That's the best gift. That's the gender? Yeah. No gender? No gender! We got one, Drake. Kill it! My baby daddy! My baby daddy, bitch! My baby daddy!
And then the little girl dancing there.
That's the best present ever, you guys. Abortion. I gave you a chance, ho. I gave you a chance. That's what you wanted. You wanted me to kill the baby dead, ho. And I ain't kill it because of you, bitch.
So you can tell by what she said at the end of this that it seems the father of the child that she's trying to abort did not want to have a baby and probably pressured her into having an abortion. Now, it doesn't take away from how sick what we just witnessed is, but it does add another layer to how the abuse of accessibility to things like the abortion pill are used by manipulative men. But this is not only sick, but it's sad, because this is what happens when you dehumanize somebody and reduce the value of a child's life to whether or not he or she is wanted. If the baby's wanted, then the baby has value. If the baby's not wanted, the baby doesn't have any value. The only thing that has changed is whether or not the parents want to keep it. It's not only logically inconsistent, but it's just wrong. And the amount of propaganda it has taken to convince us that a child only has value if that child is wanted needs to be studied and examined, because it's become a weapon against the most vulnerable. As difficult as it is, we have to pray for people like this.
Woo! Thank you, Jesus.
Oh my
I
God.
cannot.
This video is like, wow, it's so many things wrong. Oh my God.
Wow.
That's a lot to digest. Whew.
Clout.
Nikki, we're not hearing you, girl.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about.
Yeah, I could see
Yes,
your lips moving.
it's definitely disturbing. But I want to. Well, I had two things. So first, of course, we know her video was egregious, but I kind of wanted to focus on while he was saying propaganda, something that he kind of threw in there that kind of threw me off a little bit. So he suggested that the father may have manipulated or pressured the mother into an abortion. Now, reaction and the family's gift suggest she was perfectly willing to take those measures. So my question is, when we see accountability lies, is it rooted in toxic relationship pressure from the partner or deep-seated personal bias against having a daughter? Do you think the commentator was off on that?
I need to jump in real quick because the whole thing's bullshit. That's not a real video. That's all made up. There's no way a woman's going to have a gender reveal and then take an abortion pill. That it's just some bullshit video that they put together. Yeah, that's not real life, Nikki. If you can't see that that's bullshit, that doesn't happen in real life. A woman does not have a gender reveal party and then kill the baby. It's just not something that happens. So you can believe it if you want, but I don't have any respect for that video because it's 100% made up.
Let's
All
pray.
right. Would you say anybody else? I'll go last.
I'm with Tim. That's clout.
Huh?
That's a clout video. They just trying to go viral.
Yeah, exactly. Put some content together that's extreme and then see how much it gets picked up.
Yeah, just like the video with the dude. You know the videos with the baby daddy bring his child McDonald's, but not the other kids. That's another one of them. It's just a bad one.
Yeah, let us pray.
All right. So you think it's fake spaces?
I believe that there is at least one group of friends where this was practiced. I
Gender reveal
believe
where
that
then they take a pill to kill a baby.
Spaces then gave up on humanity.
Sorry,
I
bro.
believe that Plan B has been changed to use as a form of contraception. Thank you very much. As a form of contraception, and maybe they're going viral or not. Either way, the perception of what it looks like is bad, like it or not. It can be a skit, it cannot be a skit. Either way, there are some people out here that will take this video and be like, you know what? I want to have my own gender reveal and turn around and have a plan B. Especially when it comes to looking at a larger scale, there are some people in higher positions that are pushing to get babies aborted. I'm sorry. I know you like to protect to get babies unalived.
I didn't know we couldn't say that.
YouTube is going back and forth on words, but to get babies unalived, the later in the term, there's a push for that.
Well, we do
And
know
she
that.
looked like she was showing a little bit, like she was probably about 3 or 4 months.
Well, you can find out the gender in like 4 months.
Right. So I'm saying, like, for them to do this gender, and to Scony and Tim's point, she could have just been she could not even been pregnant at all. Right? She could have just had a little bit of chubbiness about her. I didn't want to go there, but she could have had a little bit of chubbiness about her. But or on the other side, she could have actually been pregnant, took this Plan B pill, which at this point might not have been effective because it only works within 72 hours after
Bro, this is
the baby
comes to
the equation. I think from the stuff that I've seen, this is very plausible, and I think that there are some people that have this thought process. And you know what? They play Go. I think it's Glorilla that made a song. No, it's Sexy Red. F my baby daddy. F my baby daddy.
So check it out, those spaces. And I appreciate what you said, but why would a woman invite people to her house for a gender reveal to then see them kill her baby? It's just it's so implausible.
Well,
maybe she brought him over to say, if I have a girl, I'll kill it. If a boy, I won't. I mean, but that's just, to me, it's so implausible. It's just not. It's a total bullshit video, and it's pitiful. I mean, if that whole situation would be pitiful, but it's just not real.
What you think, Yolanda? I got a feeling these men don't be around enough bonnet bandits.
Okay, I was just gonna say, because the stuff that I see sometimes on his north side is so ridiculously unbelievable, but it's facts. So I'm not saying that the video is real, but I'm saying that there are females out here that will do that. And the gender reveal ain't nothing but a get together, a reason to eat, a reason to drink. People do that every day, all day. I'm praying that this video is bogus, because we all know social media is full of crap. Like, everything on social media, 90% of it is BS. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was real, because it's the company you keep, it's the people you have around you. I can see some girls being those type of haters. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But it's definitely something to talk about. I'm praying that it's fake. I'm praying it's because it's really pathetic. It's pathetic because you could probably not have an abortion and still have the baby. Now you messed your baby up. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying that these women on this video are not that ignorant, but it's some pretty ignorant females out here. It's some pretty ignorant men out here. It's a possibility, but I think it's fake. I think it's fake too. I think it's fake, but I think that's just what I choose to believe.
That's what I think all y'all choosing to believe.
Yeah,
I think
because
that in y'all mind, this is so, which it is outrageous,
mm,
that a regular brain cannot fathom that thought process.
right.
But knowing what I know about certain individuals, certain people, the way they move, and Tim, I'm gonna take. We gonna go. Ooh, that'll be a good video. Me and Tim gonna go on a tour in the hood.
I live in the hood, baby.
That no,
But
the hood.
which
Me and
one?
Tim, we gonna hang in the hood one day in the hood with Tim
Why
and
am I talking
Stony.
to
The
Apparently,
north side hood, girl.
I live on the north.
no, we going. No, we
Hood.
gonna go.
No,
Good.
we going
I'm
north
taking
side.
you to. No, I'm going. You taking you to Kinlock.
South,
Kinlock.
yeah, Kinlock's. That's
I
fine.
live on the north
I'm
side.
I'm
I
taking you
love
to
it over here.
Kinlock. I'm taking you to Pine Line. I'm taking you all. No, you ain't gonna just drive through. We gonna get ingrained. We gonna hang with the people. You gonna hear how they talk.
I don't
You
know.
gonna hear the stupid
I
shit
would love
they
a day
say.
in the hood with you, Nikki. Just
Oh,
not
it's
the
gonna be.
south
Now I
side.
ain't gonna act like it ain't gonna be fun. We just gotta make sure we safe.
That don't sound safe.
You like you like the Second Amendment, don't you, Tim?
I
Ain't that what-
understand,
Carry
but
your
I go to the
pistol.
hood every week. I go down to take
Kinlock
food
is
in,
Ferguson,
and I
ain't it?
deal with a lot of. I get the hood, and I would love to be there with you.
No, you need to you see the pretty hood.
No, I see the ugly hood.
No, I'm
I'm not
talking
kidding.
about where you sitting in these people's house and a roach is crawling up the wall. I'm talking about the hood, Tim. Where you
Girl, I
gonna
don't
go?
want to go
I'm
there.
taking
Tim.
you.
Where are you talking about? I don't
I'm
wanna go.
taking Tim. We gonna hang out. But what I
I'm
wanted to
talking
say,
about Newstead and Dr. Martin Luther King Drive and Fairmount Park and St. Louis, Tennessee. I mean, I go into the worst of the worst. So
Girl,
I'm
I
not
ain't
sure
just
what
gonna
you're
say
talking
them
about,
people
Nikki,
the
but I
worst.
know
No,
the
I'm
hood.
just playing.
I know the hood, and I go
What
places
you
I don't
be
think you want to
doing
go.
down there, Tim?
Taking food.
You be at the playground, don't you?
it ain't bad over here.
Wait a minute. He
I
laughed because
promise
you know what the
The
playground is.
playground. So Newstead and Dr. Martin Luther
No,
King.
you said Fairground Park. I'm asking, do you be at the
That ain't the
playground?
hood.
That's not really them. Like a bunch of older blacks that have been having them home.
Okay. All right.
But that's
We
not
can
the point.
continue.
We're getting
That's
off
all
the
right.
point. We're getting off
That's
the
all
point.
right. Yeah.
The point is, hopefully it's not. But I'm just saying, I've seen people like that. And the way these people pop Plan B pills, like somebody said, birth control.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying that. So then this is the way I've taken it. The daddy May didn't want the baby. He told her not to have it, which that's another whole conversation. She decided to go along with it anyway. That's another whole conversation, or whether I believe a man got the right to walk away after he asked you not to have the baby, even though she got the right to unalive it, whether he wanted or not. That's a whole nother conversation. But she did it because she wanted a boy. Now, to y'all point, if it is fake, whether it's fake or not, that is the sentiment around a lot of people. Those people look happy. I can see a situation where she's had these conversations. I hope it ain't no MF and girl or whatever. Like I could see this. That's how they knew to get the Plan Bs. When you have a gender reveal, the mama don't know who it is. The mama don't know what it is. Somebody else keep the what the gender is. When you go to the doctor, seal envelope, you give it to somebody else. Now I'm just saying it could be fake or not, but the whole sentiment around it, like Spaces said, why is this out on the internet? Why are we behaving this way? Why do we think this is cute?
I'm sorry to jump in
I'm
again.
still going back to the mindset. So whether it's real or fake, the mindset of it is just all away.
That
Off.
might be true. That might be true. But what I'm saying is that pill doesn't work once the baby's that far into term that you can have a gender reveal. So the whole thing's bullshit. And
no, they
you
could
might,
just be
no,
dumb.
I'm sorry, Nikki, but you might be 100% right that mindset is out there. Like, I don't want a baby if it's this or that, but you can't take a pill after 3 or 4 months and get rid of the baby.
So that's
there's
what I
no
was
pill
wondering.
that
I didn't
does
know if it'd kill it or not, because I know that back in the day, women have taken all type of measures to unalive a baby. You know,
coat hangers.
Yeah.
was that really a thing?
Yeah, it still
I
is,
believe it
100%.
was.
Coat hanger will do it in a heartbeat.
So the other point I wanted to get at is when he automatically, because he was talking about agendas and propaganda, but I feel like he threw a little bit of that himself in there by taking some of that blame off of her. If this real or whatever, we just talking about the scenario now, right? Taking the blame off the woman, taking it off her, putting it on the guy, and saying he manipulated her, he pressured her, he did all this. When really that's just not the case. That was a decision that she decided to make if she was going to make it. Maybe she thought if it was a June bug, he'll like it better. And if it wasn't, he probably already got girls. So, okay. So here's another question. I'll go back to that. Do a man have the right to walk away from his child if a woman has the right to unalive her child without his consent? Do a man got the right to walk away without being shamed?
No.
No, I think when it comes to that, it's he doesn't. I'm looking at it from a literal standpoint, right? So if it's a matter of does he, as it stands legally, no, he does not have a right. If a man lays down with a woman and they do what they do, even in a consensual manner, specifically, that's what the absolute amount of sex happens, right? It happens in a consensual manner. He can tell her that he doesn't want to have the baby, and then she'll say, "You know what? I want to have the baby," therefore forcing him into fatherhood, even though she know he doesn't want the baby.
But that's my point. So legally, should that be changed?
So what about Anthony Edwards?
I don't understand the question.
Huh?
Sorry, Sconey, what?
What about Anthony Edwards?
What happened? Break it down.
Who is that? Bring us up to speed.
He
Explain
walked
that.
away. He paid the $1 million child support.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. If
Well,
he
he took
told
her
her
his
that he didn't want a
responsibility.
baby and she kept it anyway, that's my
Yeah.
point. The hypocrisy. So my point, I don't usually be arguing whether something right or wrong. My whole problem be hypocrisy.
Yeah,
Like
what's right
hypocrite.
on the left is right on the.
No, but we
you
have
gotta
to be
equal.
responsible adults, though. Like, it's consequences to your actions as an adult. That's a part of adulting. So if your mouth says something, your body supposed to follow suit, right? So we grown. You don't want a baby. I want a baby, or you don't know if I want a baby. So you go in unprotected. You didn't protect yourself from whatever you said you would. It's his responsibility as well. Like,
Well,
you didn't wear a
I'm not saying.
condom.
My point
You didn't do
is,
what you were
if a
supposed to do.
woman has the right, because you do not need the fathers to consent to unalive his child. That's his child too.
Right.
You don't need his consent for that. So I'm saying morally, is that fair? Is that right?
But so Nikki.
So why would he be able to walk away without being shamed after he has expressed he don't want a child, but she can go and unalive a human life just because she don't want it?
Right.
How about this, though, Nikki?
Your body, your choice. My wallet, my choice.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but Nikki, the difference in my mind is a woman's got a different relationship to that baby than a man. I know he caused it, and I know he's responsible for it, but it's her body. You know, it's like it's a
really
different thing. You think a man and a woman have the same investment in a baby? They don't.
Yeah.
A man and a woman don't have the same investment in a baby. The woman has to carry it. The man only had to shoot his sperm up in her. You know,
But
it's
she
like,
knew that, just like
I
how
know she knew it.
Yolanda.
I
No,
know
I'm
she
saying
knew it.
just like how Yolanda is saying they both knew this. So my thing, oh shoot, my
Yeah,
thing is not know so much as yes, the woman got to carry it. She got to do all of these things. I understand that.
So are you
But
saying,
we
Nikki, you
talking
think if
about
a man says you got to get an abortion, she has to get an abortion? No.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Well, if
No,
it's
you
up
got
to
to
the
understand.
woman, and then the man has to
I don't
respect.
believe in unaliving people at all. So
I get that.
let that be clear. But what I'm saying is, and I almost lost my thought.
Yeah.
I don't believe in unaliving at all. Oh, because I'm going back to you're arguing from the standpoint of her body, my choice. I don't subscribe to that when we talking about a baby. You want to know why? Because that's not her body. She is in care of another body.
That's fine,
That's
Nikki.
not
But
her
my
body.
point wasn't that. You put
I'm
that word
saying
into my mouth. What
I
I'm
can't hear
saying
you.
is a woman has a special responsibility more than a man for the baby. And if you don't
Okay.
think that's true, I'm surprised.
Well, no,
So
I'm not
it's up to
saying
her.
that's
It's
not
not up to the
true.
man. She's got the baby in her body. It's not the man that can dictate it at that point. He should have thought about it and put a condom on or pulled out or whatever.
So what should she
But
have
once
done?
it happened, it's
I'm
up to the
asking,
woman
what
how
should
she
she
deals
have
with it.
done, no, Tim?
I'm
What
sorry.
is the responsibility of the mother? What should she have done? If he should have done all of these things, what should she have done to protect herself if she knew she didn't want a baby?
Well, 100%. She shouldn't have had sex with him. She should have been on birth control. She should have made it sure he had a rubber, all those different things.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if she's pregnant, then that's her body. The man is out of the picture. He should still step in. He should do his part, but he shouldn't dictate whether
That's
that
his
woman.
baby, though.
Well, it sure is, but it's not his body anymore. Now she's got that baby
It
in
is
her
his
body,
body. That's
and
his
he has
baby.
to respect her point of view.
It's her
That's
body.
why so that's the problem. See, because we talking about two different things, because I will never be able to relate, because to me, I don't look at that baby as her body. I look at that as her a carrier of another's body. So
right.
Why is it more important for us to care about the life once it's here, but don't give a F about it when it's not here, when it's the same life? You know what I mean?
I don't want
just
to
the
dominate
logic
this
in it, I
conversation,
don't.
Nikki. So I'm going to say one more thing and I'll shut up. But what you're trying to say is then the man has the same right to say what happens to that baby as a woman.
Yes.
And he doesn't.
Yes.
Once it's in her body and it's a baby.
Yeah, but it's coming out.
Okay. That's fine.
No, I'm saying I get what you're saying.
I just disagree. That's just I disagree.
Yeah, we don't disagree on that, because I don't believe in abortion. So we're definitely going to
think adults need to be adults. I think dating needs to go back to, and I'm currently doing this, and I feel like this. Dating needs to go back to the way it used to be, where you got to get to know a person, you got to court, because it's all a part of the process. If you know what you're doing, you know who you dating, you know who you laying down with, you make a cognitive decision. Oh, I think I want this person to have my child. I like her family, blah, blah. But if you just out here screwing, okay, well, yeah, it's her body. You lay down with her. You made the decision. You had no thought of being with this person long term. Now she's pregnant. Okay, your bag. You an adult. So now she can do what she want to do. I mean, it's her body. She's carrying your baby. It's her body. She decides to have it. Shame on you, because you should have been a responsible adult. I mean, what are we saying? We're grown. Grown people, it's consequences to your actions as an adult. It's a part of being an adult. So
Well, I'm
yes,
not
her
saying
body,
if
her
she
baby.
decides to have it, he not supposed. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the hypocrisy and the sentiment of the whole debate about just around the situation, and how women get away with a bunch of egregious things, but the man always got to be the one to either get put down, take it. Like he went straight to that. Even if they say this video was real, even me watching it, I'm like, okay, she did this because it was a girl. But he went directly to blaming the man for something she did.
Participated in.
Yeah,
months
true.
later.
I think that's what she said. She put it on him. See, that's what you get. I told you she kind of did that in the end.
Think about that.
She was
think
making
about the psychology of
It's
that.
crazy.
She
That's
tried
crazy.
to tell him, that's what you get. You don't get your
Right.
baby. You shot me up.
Right.
YouTube, relax. We're talking about shooting up the club. We're talking about impregnating somebody. Relax, YouTube.
No violence.
You shot up the club, and I'm gonna punish you by taking a plan B and not having your baby. Lady, are we really entertaining this right now? Are we really like the more I'm listening to everybody talking, you all have valid points in the situation. The person she think all right, check this out. Let's just Tim and I
Shoot the
agree
club
that
up.
she's
Shoot the
on
club up.
3 to 4. She's 3 to 4 months pregnant. She looks 3 to 4 months pregnant. Let's assume that she's actually 3 to 4 months pregnant. She took a plan B at this point. You're gonna what effects is that gonna have on a baby at this point?
Right, because y'all said it don't work. I didn't know how long it take to work. So
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, are you gonna have a Down syndrome baby? I mean,
It's like
shout out
48
to.
hours in that
I
range.
they got to
mean,
be
It's
taken
not
in within
2 months.
48 hours.
I'm talking about birth effects. I'm talking
yeah,
about
that's what I
long-term
was
effects. I'm
thinking.
talking about after the baby's born. What's the psychology? What's the mind of the baby going to look like? Because you tried to take this plan B. Are we going to suggest that was a fake plan B that they handed her?
Yeah.
What was
I'm
it?
gonna
The Skittles?
suggest the whole
I'm
thing
just
was
saying,
fake.
who
I
going
think y'all
around
There's a
with
lot of
bringing
a bag full of $50 pills from Walmart, from Walgreens? Like that shit, man. Nah, bro. Like that's diabolical to have a bag of Plan B pills.
And it's diabolical that your so-called quote-unquote friends will bring you. Like, look what I brought you, bitch.
Like a pack of
Where get
perks.
these trash boxes from? Where these people come from?
The whole
Straight
thing's
out the
bullshit.
It
dumpster.
sounds like they all belong together.
Yeah, straight out the dumpster.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm willing to bet. I would bet. I'm not even a money betting kind of person. I would bet money that there is at least one group of women in society somewhere today that had this party for real. Let's just say let's live on the side that is fake. Somewhere, somehow, somebody had this actual party. Because I've seen divorce parties.
They come from a real place.
Yeah, it's definitely real.
Right, the sentiment, the mindset is real.
So Spaces, though, here's the thing. It's to my mind, you're probably right. But there's people that are on the edges of society in all kinds of bizarre ways. I mean, we can't talk about them as though it's reality. I mean, there's people right now that are out there screwing monkeys. I mean, I don't know. Sorry to say that, but
I mean, they probably are.
like,
that's why I was so
you can't make reality out of the edges.
Him go with the racist stuff.
It's just not society. It's just, that thing was totally bullshit. It's got no basis in reality. In my mind.
Let me give you a little bit of pushback with that, Tim. Because what's up, Desiree? What's going on? How you feeling? Glad to have you here. What's going on?
Hey girl, hey.
Nikki. Make sure you clip that.
Oh, Tim's calling us monkeys. No, I'm just playing.
No, I did a show in Tennessee, in a little rural area of Tennessee, and the guy was in the audience educating me on how he fuck his sheep. Like, I was like, are you for real? And his wife was right there. He was like, yeah, you take them and they're so soft and fluffy. And she was sitting right there. She was like, hey, I don't care as long as the car don't decline. I was like, I was lost, but they were for real. They were for real. They were for real.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry I said that, but it just is true. There's weirdos.
No, you ain't gotta apologize to
the violation of animals
Any
is
hole
real
to do.
You know we love you and we know you love us.
And I'm just saying, like, that this applies to somebody in society is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Regardless of if it's them in the video or it's somewhere somehow, it applies to somebody in the video. And you know, unfortunately, the minority is a loud minority.
Yeah, I don't think it's rant. I don't know though. I didn't heard some people joke about the pill, talk about the pill. I didn't heard it in rap songs about the pill. I mean, so it's hard for me to just be dismissing like not because I hear it.
It's a
Like, ain't
definite.
no
It's a
woman gonna
definite
have that
disconnect.
conversation just kikiing it up with y'all, but they'll definitely have it if they think they're in a safe space with a bunch of other women. So the things
Or
that these, and I'm talking about bonnet bandits at this point, not women.
Girl, where you get this phrase from?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
I've been saying it for a minute. I don't know. I used to call them her bags.
It, it's
bonnet bandits
relatable
Cause
to
they
is
really like a
say.
crazy.
her bag to me. Like, why are you wearing that her bag outside?
It's relatable because I like I
That's
said, I moved back on the north side, and I if it ain't bonnets and ass cheeks, it's bonnets and cheeks together. It's one or
that's
the
when people
other.
was getting perms walking outside with bags on their head.
They look like bags. They look like
Yeah, them big
something.
old things and the hair just be hanging. That's why I call them her bags. That's what it first reminded me of. But then when I start seeing the behaviors added on to
Ooh,
it, then I
I,
just
I
When they
lost
like
this
start
bonnet
point.
pimping
I
out.
lost this point. Check this out, and I'm this is the last thing I'm gonna say. So
Forever?
while we're having this conversation about the lowest common denominator of women that will celebrate this type of behavior, right? You have to really study a person like Sexy Red,
I,
right?
I was thinking
St.
that, but I ain't
Louis.
want to throw
Because
her out there.
because she has
girl. I
a
don't care. I
shoot. I
mean,
don't
she
know if
don't
it's a
care.
lipstick
I mean, her
color
mama and them
or
probably do, but whatever.
I think I don't know if it's a
I,
lipstick color or a nail color
yeah,
Oh
she
lipstick.
yeah,
has
off of
gonorrhea,
venereal diseases and stuff. She
Bro,
had a
colon.
she
she
had a
has
lip gloss
a
line named after STDs, gonorrhea,
it's like
stuff like that.
gonorrhea green, booty hole brown,
What it was in Mr. Period? It was period red.
period pink. What are we?
Yeah,
What?
period
And
red.
think about this. Think about this.
Would you send me the link, please?
This actually just blew my
That
mind.
clear
While we're
was
having this
calm.
conversation,
You gonna get something for
we're
your
talking.
wife, Tim?
Sorry, Spaces. Go ahead. Sorry.
And she
Sorry,
was selling out.
No, I'm sorry.
Mind you, she
No,
can't keep
honestly,
it
I'm
in
sorry,
stock.
Spaces. Go ahead.
She sells out all the time. She sells
But
out all the time.
Spaces, you started
No,
out
her
with
lip
saying something
gloss.
that I
Oh,
really agree with. We should not spend our time thinking about the lowest common denominator because it's out there and it's disgusting. But it's like the sheep that Yolanda talked about. It's like that whole video. Like there are people at the edge of society that are way weird, disgusting, weird. But I think our time's better spent thinking about real people. And I don't mean they're not real people; they are real people. But I mean people that make a difference, people that are
Productive members of
productive.
society.
Yeah. And
So the reason I think that
sorry,
we
Spaces.
we
Good,
have
wholesome
to,
white people.
I
Yeah,
think we
white
have
people. We
to,
should
because
about
like
white people.
Faces said, those are the minority voices, but they are the loudest. And when you got
right.
this social media stuff, it influenced a lot of people, especially these kids and young girls growing. You know what I'm saying? So even though we know they're the minority, they don't seem like the minority because they're so loud. So that's all.
I appreciate that 100%. And my own feeling is we shouldn't amplify it.
But that's the
It's
problem.
But
already
People
they
keep doing it.
amplified.
outside.
Yeah, people keep doing it. I say that about like a lot of our music. Like they would change what they're writing if we wouldn't keep consuming it and buying it and streaming it and doing all that.
Yeah. But like we was talking about earlier when we first started talking about how people watch and people, I think we do still have to be mindful that there are people out there like that that do those types of things. Like we don't need to be like, oh no, they would never do that, because those are the people that you're gonna walk into out in the street. Those are the people that you're gonna be interacting with in society, and they do exist. They are ignorant like that. They will do ignorant stuff like that. They will stand behind taking a pill to abort a 4-month-old baby. I mean, I think knowledge is key, but I don't think that's real. But I think that the fact that people will do that is real. I do think people would do that. People not connected to their babies like back in the day. Like it's just a baby. I mean, people kill their kids because of men. They kill women because they don't want a kid. They kill men because I'm pregnant with your kid. Like, I mean, we live in a different world, so all that stuff is possible. I like to know, but I don't like to focus on. So I see you, girl, but okay, stay over there type of situation. Stay over there. This is crazy. This boy gone. So yeah.
So
Mm.
before we get on to this next topic, we like to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Spaces, you back, baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody else disappeared.
Well, that was Scony, but Spaces left. That's my baby brother now. I feel it.
Sis,
Like I could feel him in my bones when.
right. That's your researchologist with all the facts. He got
But
all the facts and the statistics.
thank you all for hanging out with us. One by Gino, him, family and friends. Watch them. I'm a content creator myself, so I can 100% agree. You get a lot of sideways jokes and comments. Yeah, people don't like to take us serious for some reason, but that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. There's a Ray in the building. Hi, Spaces. She spoke to the chat.
Hola.
Oh, she says she's studying. All right. So anything on this before we get to the next topic?
We gonna pray that it's fake and it was just something to talk about.
Just remember that Sexy Reds, I don't know if it's lipstick or if it's nail color line. I think it's nail color. While you try to have
It's
faith
lip
in
gloss.
humanity, remember that person exists in mass society.
Yeah, and they love her. And I mean,
And
I
it's
see
funny that
girls
in the
dressed like
video,
her.
they started singing Sexy Red lyrics.
You know what's so heartbreaking to me when it comes to like the music and stuff is I don't think these kids understand that they are poets. Like they are actually talented, and if they actually just put stuff out there that's not so treacherous and destructive to our community, we'll be good. But I think they look at themselves as rappers, but if you know you from hip hop is just poetry put to music.
That's
And they don't even understand that they're poets. Everybody can't put their words together and metaphors like that together. Or let's talk about freestyle, how they just come off. That is a talent. And they are literally just trashing it. And that's the heartbreaking part. And it's killing our kids and our society at the same time.
Well, you gotta know different to do different. I think it's from their perspective, or they just want to. People don't know how to stand out. They want to fit in. Like, the last camera guy I had, and I was like, well, I want to speak from a more positive point of view, and I don't want all that wretched shit and asses, and I don't care about that, you know. And I said because what you put out in the universe, that's what you get back. And he was like, no, I'm misunderstood. That's what everybody want to see. They want to see. And I said, I don't give a damn. You
And
know,
I
and it's
refuse
like,
to believe it.
and it's like, what? Yeah. When I post positive content, I might get 3 likes, but I get a lot of people watching or whatever, but they might not like it. But when I go, like something happened and I go on a rant, I used to go on a rant, I go viral. I said, yeah, I ain't doing that. So I'm gonna talk to God about my issues, and I'm gonna keep putting in the universe the content that I want to come back to me, because that's crazy. So yeah, people like the ratchet. So that's why I said it might be fake, because that's how you go viral, by being messy, trashy, twerking. That's what people want to see, I guess. I guess it's what people want to see.
Well, I say stay true to your values and who you are, and your tribe will find you.
Yep, I believe that too.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna move it right along, and we are going to talk about some unbiased, straight facts. I think that's the name of this news outlet or whatever. But let's go.
To celebrate heterosexuality in the middle of Pride Month. Mark Fitzpatrick, the owner of Old State Saloon near Boise, says his Pride Month inspired two-day festival on June 20th through the 21st, dubbed Hetero Awesome Fest, is set to be held across the street from a local park near the state capitol. The event has its own Instagram page.
I was thinking to myself, what can we do to celebrate in June that would be different than what's going on downtown, that would be different than what Pride has been celebrating every June? What if we celebrated God's design for sexuality? What would that look like? And within a few seconds, I thought, man, heterosexuality is awesome.
Fitzpatrick says his festival is meant to give people an alternative to Pride Month celebrations. The move follows Fitzpatrick's Heterosexual Awareness Month last year. He says his aim is not for hate or to target any group. He says he decided to create Hetero Awesome Fest after he was unable to take his daughter into downtown Boise last year because of Pride events taking place.
The Heterosexual Awesomeness Festival is coming to Boise. This isn't just another festival. It's a movement, a celebration of faith, family, and freedom right in the heart of Idaho.
Pride Month organizers, however, have not held events in June in Boise since 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic and opting for better weather by moving celebrations to September. Critics note, while his intention may not be hate, his bar's social media page says there's no shame in speaking the truth. The LGBTQ agenda is wicked, perverse, and victimizes children or their exposure to inappropriate content. When asked about Hetero Awesome Fest, Boise Pride says it has no official statement regarding this year's event, but told organizers best of luck with their new festival. For more on this story, you can download the Straight Arrow News app or visit us.
Man, that's so many undertones.
All
It's
right.
an undertone of hate.
Hold on, let me get my
It's
question.
crazy. It's crazy.
Let me get my question out. And then I'll tell y'all where I'm at first, and then y'all can go. So they saying it's specifically designed to counteract Gay Pride Month. Do you see it as reactionary marketing, a stunt, or a troll to people to spark outrage? Now, I'm going to say this. I got two things on this. The first thing, the name is trash. He could have found a way better name than that. The second thing is, I'm going to keep it consistent. And just like I say, that other month ain't needed, this ain't either. And it's too much. Just stop. Everybody just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? So that's where I'm at. Do you think it's a stunt? You think he pushing out? Like, what do you think the undertones of this is? This a popcorn style. Anybody could go.
I think it's an undertone of hatred, and he giving a little pridefulness himself. I'm getting a prideful moment from him just listening to him talk, and then it's like, why do you have to? I don't know. I think he's trying to get something started. First of all, we talking Idaho. Idaho is I want to say it's a red state, and I want to say they real, high on the Christianity and stuff like that, and that's fine. But the undertones are ridiculous to me. Just as he talked, his motives for what he's doing, it kind of just don't make sense. A heterosexual day. When did heterosexual people ever have to fight to be heterosexual? I mean, I don't understand nothing about it. Is it a marketing tool? I mean, what is it? Is this just something he trying to get started? He trying to get people behind him on this for what? I don't get it. And you're right. The name is trash. Heterosexual Day.
Awesomeness Day.
Awesomeness Day.
Could I answer your questions?
That sounds very LGBTQ to me.
Can I answer your questions, Yolanda?
Yes, please.
You said, when does heterosexuals ever had to fight for what?
To have a day or whatever. You have to fight to be a heterosexual.
Yeah, when you gotta watch when you watch TV and you don't ask for homosexual nude sex scenes to be on your television,
That's true. That's them.
you
Right.
gotta fight for where you stand. And again, like this is the thing with me. Math, the way you check math, 4 + 2 equals 6, which means 6 - 2 = 4.
Mm.
So if the people with an alternative lifestyle have a day to represent their alternative
It's
lifestyle,
not a day, it's the whole month.
I
month,
was waiting to say that.
month,
I was waiting to say that.
and at the same
It's a
time,
couple of
so
months
he
actually.
just said he created a day for an alternative to their month celebration. Once again, 4 + 2,
You
6,
say it's just
-2
okay.
is 4.
So are you for heterosexual that awesomeness day? Is that it?
I'm like
Month.
Nikki. I could care if they. I don't care if
Awesomeness
they
day.
do it or don't do it. I celebrate heterosexual day just by being one.
Exactly. Me too.
So I ain't
Me
worried about.
too.
I ain't worried about that. For the people that pride that got so much pride that you gotta do all of that to your sexuality don't belong on your sleeve and on the front of your t-shirt. But for the LGBT
Either
community,
way,
they
it
feel
don't.
like it does. Again, I don't gotta do equality. Y'all got a flag, y'all got it on your shirt, everybody gotta know you gay. I don't have to project I'm heterosexual. That don't make sense.
Well, I think that they do that because they had to fight and they still have to fight and they get murdered for being
No, you don't.
no, I said they get murdered
No,
and
they don't.
killed. Yes,
No,
they
they don't.
do.
No,
Yes, they do.
by
Because
who?
they get murdered because men who a
The
lot of
the
times
biggest the biggest
cannot deal
statistic
with the
of
fact
murdered
Hold on,
LGBT
Scott.
plus
Let her finish. Let
community
her finish. Let her finish.
they
is my
do. They
bad.
have it's a long history of gay people being murdered and killed and
That's like talking
persecuted
about
and all
slavery.
that because of just what they chose to do with their life or their sexuality. And they always think about sex when it comes to LGBTQ. Like if you say you're a heterosexual, I don't automatically think about how you have sex in your bed with your wife or your girlfriend. But when it comes to LGBTQ, to that community, it's automatically what you do in your bedroom. And I'm like, I don't know how that matters.
Well, it's
How a
not,
person live
hold
their
on.
life, how they live their life.
It's not automatically what you do, they display it. So the
Thank you.
difference
How?
between the
A
LGBT and
man in
the
a
regular
thong,
people, we
A
just
woman in a
regular.
thong?
We just
a
walking
man
through
in a
life
thong,
regular.
walking down the street.
A
Not
But
the
woman in a
same.
thong walking down the street. It's
What
all
street you see
crazy.
this on? What street you see women
I
walking down the
see
street in
ass cheeks
thongs?
every day. I'm in
but
I'm
that
in
don't mean they
Walmart and
straight.
I gotta see people ass cheeks when I'm with my babies.
That don't mean
That's
they straight.
ridiculous.
That don't mean they straight. So I don't think those
I
they could be gay
mean,
or they could be gay or straight.
yeah, I mean, displaying your sexuality on your sleeve is ridiculous on in any group.
Like to
If you
me, it
ask
ain't
me,
even about displaying. To me, when we talking about that, and this is also what I tell people who close to me. That's
Mhm.
and I actually convince them like that's not you. You are yourself. You're not a community. That is not all who you are. You are beautiful. You smart. You creative. You
Right,
do a lot of other things. That is not your identity.
Identity.
Who you choose to sleep with. That's just
right,
my whole thing. Like it didn't used to be like this. People just used to be gay,
Right.
and they was just gay. Now they did have their issues, yes, of course, when back in the day, and I worked with that population, and before all of this even came, transgenders been getting unalive, but it wasn't because they was transgender, it's because they weren't telling people that they were transgender sleeping
no,
with men.
no.
And
They were
that's the
getting,
No,
they were
still
I'm
the
saying
getting
I work
biggest
no.
specifically
statistic.
with that
There
community, so
might
I got
be,
the data on it.
It's the
but
biggest
I'm,
statistic
you
still.
know how I feel about this because my son is
I mean, I
LGBTQ.
understand that. I
No, no,
got
no.
people.
But I'm saying, no, I'm saying, and I'm in close proximity relation. I was a safe space for kids who moms and dads put them out because the man or the woman they was with didn't want to be um didn't want to have a gay kid. And these kids, these little kids,
It's
they used to
definitely a
stay at
thing.
my house. I used to feed them like I was known as the gay house. And, you know, these grade school to high school kids. So it ain't always like that. You know what I'm saying? It's situations. These kids have been
You was
molested
known as
by
the gay
grown
house.
people. These kids have been molested, have been given STD. Like it's
I have
deep.
too.
It's deep. I know. So that's
So
what I'm
I'm just
saying.
saying, ain't no.
But it's your choice. It's your choice. But I'm saying, but so it's all about like you don't know a person's history. You don't know what people go through. You don't know where people come from. And people do love having relationships with gay men, gay
No,
women,
women love having
transgenders,
relationships with gay
and
men.
they will be mad at the other person because they can't deal with the feelings that they're having. And they transgenders get unalived all the time because somebody else can't deal with the feelings that they
That's a
have
lie.
towards
That
somebody.
is
Stop it.
not true, Yolanda.
That is not a
That's
lie. I promise
statistically
you. Look it
no,
up. You
Yolanda.
right
That
there
is
with your computer.
statistically
Look it up.
that
Look
is
it up.
statistically not
Okay.
true.
That is true.
Not because of that reason. I'm not saying that that's not happening. I'm saying
Oh.
that is not the only reason. The main
No, it's
reason,
not the
no,
only
the main
reason.
reason, because it's been going on before this agenda even got pushed. Because I've been, like I said, I've worked with the positive community. Most of my clients were, I took their intakes. I've talked to them. I'm a counselor. I know
Nobody
most.
gotta lie no more. Don't nobody
Shit.
gotta lie.
Tell
No,
that to tell
we're
that to the
talking about no.
transgenders
It is
that's
plenty of
lying.
They
transgenders when
not
they.
lying. I
Okay,
promise you
hold
they
on.
not.
Oh, hold on, because I'm still trying to get my thought out. Let me land my plane. Ain't that what they
Facts,
say?
Tony.
Let me land my plane. They do not. But for some reason, when you're thinking about I'm just specifically talking about transgender right now. Because they are being convinced and pushing that they're a woman, not a transgender, a woman. They are not telling people their real identity. When a man finds out, then that could go left, which is not right. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's not because, oh, that shit been around forever.
Do you know?
Oh,
Do
what
you
happened? The
personally know any
majority of it, what happens
transgenders?
is because
She's
didn't
not listening
nobody.
anymore.
I got a whole
I
relative
am
that's
listening.
married to a man that does not know that he's married to a man because he got
How
it
is that possible?
removed. Because he got it removed. But the guy he sleep with don't know, but his whole family do. My family know. And look at this man crazy as shit every
And that's
time you come
crazy. And
around.
that's sad as hell.
But it
Ain't it,
happens all
man?
the
Ain't
time.
it, man?
That's my thing. How can you just act like, and we talking about human beings, period, whether they gay, straight, transgender, black, whoever. You got some people that just don't tell they stuff. You got people that do diabolical stuff. You got transgenders that's thinking that they're women for real, so they're not going to even think that they need to say that. You got people pushing that if what did I hear them asking this person? If a man sleeps with a transgender woman, well, she is a woman. That was the first thing they said. So they had already dismissed that. Then is he gay? So they trying to normalize. They say, well, oh, he a bigot if he don't want to sleep with her now.
Right.
Because he found out that she was a man. That is being pushed. That is the thought process. So then you got people thinking that they're actually women because you got to be pushed that, no, I'm a woman. They wiping out the woman's exist. They tried to anyway. That's why they start giving us cis women. So all I'm saying, there are absolutely people just like any other person that's straight or whatever that will not tell the full truth about themselves. We've
So you
done it
think that's the
probably to
majority?
people. We've done it to people probably in new relationships or whatever, not telling everything that we probably should tell or whatever. So I can't subscribe to like, oh no, they just so innocent things.
No, I ain't never saying that. I'm saying, do you think that's the majority, though? Do you think the majority
it's the
of men
majority.
who
And
deal
they
with
not even
trans
dying
women
like
think
people
that
acting like they
they're
dying.
women?
Ain't nobody hunting down transgenders and gays killing them.
Yeah, they fucking are. And I've been biting my tongue for the longest time, but they are. They get killed all. Sorry, you cut
All
me
the
off.
time.
I'm
I thought
listening.
he was gonna. I thought he was gonna look it up.
No, Tim,
No.
Let's see him finish. I'm listening.
What do you? No,
Okay.
I'm not going to finish.
I put you on big screen because you screamed, so that was like.
I'm sorry, I screamed, but my tongue's starting to bleed, so I'll talk regular. I've been biting my tongue so hard. Here's the thing, Nikki. You said sometime back that God doesn't make mistakes. So transgender people are like, they're an abomination. They're not real, but they are real.
I didn't say they wasn't real. That's
well,
how
you said, Nikki, excuse me, dear. You said God doesn't make mistakes. Well,
people do.
Well, no,
people do.
But hear me out.
Do.
I mean,
hold on, Stoney. Let him get his thought out.
Gay people are gay, and I think about 10% of the United States identify themselves as gay, and maybe you think that's ungodlike or against Christianity, but I don't.
I think you know. I know what you're talking about.
I'm still talking, Nikki.
Okay, I thought you was finished because Stoney.
No, I'm in the middle of a sentence. I'm in the middle of a sentence. But I get it. It gets a little more complicated when you get to transgender. You know, I get that. But it happens too. People are born with different genitals than their sex. It's like it happens. Yeah. So a man can be born without a penis. It's a truth.
But that still make him the man, though.
Well, so here's my whole point. I feel like we have to have a big acceptance of people. And if you think gay people are devil-like, a lot of Christians do. They think they're going to hell automatically.
A lot of the Christians gay. They sitting in the church right now.
Yeah, well, excuse me. But I don't get the distinction. So here's the thing. I'm looking at June. It's indigenous, it's Italian heritage, Filipino heritage, Portuguese heritage, and Pride Month. Those are the things in June that the national government. Why aren't you railing against all those other things?
Because I didn't know about the Portuguese month.
Well, yeah,
it's not promoted like that.
My point kind of is, I don't think we should have a special month for gays. I think that's stupid.
I don't even think we should have a whole month for Black History. Like it's a lot of things I think is unnecessary. You know, so I don't mind nobody. So, and I need to clarify this so it will be put out there in the airwaves. When I'm speaking about, when I say God don't make mistakes, I'm specifically thinking about people being convinced that they are in the wrong body. That's literally what I'm talking about that. So gay, that's a matter of choices, and all of them are choices. Or some people have urges when you're talking about gay, but you choose to act on them, which would be for anything in the Bible. I just had this conversation. The problem with people, especially Christians or people of God, when they talk about this and they try to use the Bible, they will only pull out sleeping with, a man and woman is an abomination, but they don't never finish that. All sexual immorality is an abomination. All of it, whether you are adultery, fornicating, masturbating, all of it. So all of that goes under the one umbrella if we're talking about the God faith. So that is a problem where Christians need to stop separating that. They'll say that, but then they don't talk about the rest.
That's what all people do. Oh, that's bad, but this is not.
No, yeah, that's no. We're not. I'm not going to do that. We're going to talk about it all. We all in it, but we also all, with some would consider sin, are still choices. I have the choice to go do something against God. People do it all the time. I'm sure.
Here's what drives me crazy, Nikki, and I'm sorry.
I don't see nothing. Hold on, Tim.
All right.
I do not hate gays, so stop saying that.
I didn't say that.
When you implied that Christians hate gays. No, nothing was happening until they started pushing it on our kids. Nobody said nothing until it got pushed in the schools and on the kids and started being everywhere. And so then it started becoming a reality that, wait a minute, this may be an agenda. especially when you get down to the elementary school kids. I do not believe a such thing as a transgender child. No 3 or 4-year-old can be transgender. They're not thinking about that. That is the parents that's doing that. That's how
I
feel.
disagree.
If you want to change
You're welcome
gender,
to have it.
by all
You're
means,
welcome to
change
have that
genders,
thought.
but
It's
give
just
time, because it's in the mental health book that I studied, gender dysphoria. But now they trying to act like ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's literally still listed in the mental health book as a gender dysphoria. So I say if a child, and I'm just talking about kids now, grown people gonna do what they're gonna do. I'm talking about a child. If a child comes and says, hey, I'm feeling this way, or I think this, I'm having these kind of feelings. Yes, you had that conversation. You explore why they feel this way, or however you want to have a conversation, depending on your child, you know, on the maturity level or whatever. But I wouldn't just go push them to go change nothing permanent on them. I would never do that. To me, that is the worst thing, is to allow these doctors to make these permanent decisions with kids that they cannot change. I was a tomboy. For a long time, people thought I was not gay, but I was tomboy. But in today's time, if I'd have had the wrong parent, they'd have ran my ass up to the doctor and had me on pills just because I dressed like a boy and I like Hot Wheels.
I'm
Had
sorry,
you chop your
but
poo
I
poo
lived
off and reshape it
I
to
could
look
not
like a
disagree
penis?
more. That's
I'm
To me,
sorry,
it's
but
just
I
all
lived
about the
it.
kids.
I lived it, and I wasn't ooh, my baby gay. I lived it. It was hard. It wasn't easy. I lived it, and I fought it. I didn't want to believe it. I lived it. So my son, probably about 6, it started just showing me these signs. And I denied it till I couldn't even deny it no more. I thought I fought with it. I cried. Lord, please. And my daughter just said, Mama, you just gonna have to understand that this is how he is. That was his best friend, his older sister. She knew everything he was doing. I was in complete denial. I lived it. So I know that your child can just be born with something that's different from other kids. And it's not that he was you can ask my son. He was not molested. He did not go through all that stuff. But he still had something about him that was different. I came to terms with it because I had to. I had to. Either I'm going to love my son as he is, or I'm gonna lose my son. I chose to love my son. So everything that you said is not factual. I lived it. I even coached, like had other not coached, but had other mothers come to me and talk to me about their children because they were fighting, trying to figure out what do I do? What do I do? And I just was like, listen, you have to love your child. That's what you have to do. It's about either the streets gonna get them or you gonna love them and let them become whoever they choose to be. It's not under, you can't control it.
Can
It's
I
not
ask you
about
a
a book.
question, Rhonda?
It's
Well,
not about a book. Huh?
Can I ask you a
Scony, before you
question?
ask your questions, real quick, I'm super duper quick. Miss Yolanda,
Mhm.
with all 100, 1000% due
You're
respect,
probably gonna ask my
uh,
question.
I think I speak for Miss Nikki in particular. Um, Anecdotal and personal experiences, I personally would rather not speak on those. I think we should speak on the general aspect on it because people are a lot of times are emotionally attached to what it is that they've
But if
gone
you ain't
through.
been through it, you don't know though.
Well,
You can
but
only
this is the
speak
thing.
for
Thank
it.
This
you,
is
Yolanda.
If you ain't been through it, you don't
hold
know.
on. This is the problem with Yolanda and Tim's experience. I haven't spoken anything on what it is that I've experienced with this, so you don't know what I've experienced. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. It's anecdotal. It's specific to each individual person. What Yolanda approaches to the situation is different from what Tim is. What different Scony, Spaces, and Miss Nikki will experience as it pertains will
Okay.
approach to this conversation. That's why we don't speak to individual experiences because how
Mhm.
you eat. There's
You
5 of us
speaking
on this
your
panel.
experience is
There's
truth.
5 different approaches to how to
Mhm.
handle this situation. So it's the conversation should. I think I'm wrong. I'm always wrong. People always tell me, Spaces, you don't know what you're talking about. We shouldn't approach this conversation from anecdotal experience because that is how there's 350 million people in America. There's
Sorry,
350
sorry,
million different
Spaces. I
approaches
gotta
to
jump
how to
in
approach
though.
a
So
situation.
there's five
So
of us.
you can turn
I'm
around
sorry.
and be
There's
like,
five of
you
us
can
here,
turn around and be
Spaces.
like, yes, this is what I experienced.
There's
But
five of
then
us
you got
here.
four different
But I
people
am
on this
living.
panel
I am
talking about how
living.
different it
But
is
I
that
have.
they
But
approach
I.
this
But
situation.
but it's
So
working
you can
though.
say
But
you
it's
can
work.
say
Let me
you
But
can
I
let
say
am
me
the
let me
proof
Yolanda,
let
that
me
it's
see
like this is
working.
space.
what I
But no,
experienced
I'm
as
the
of what it
proof.
is what my
But
kid
I'm the
went
proof
through.
that
But
it
then
could
to turn
work.
around and
I'm
be
the
like,
proof.
Scony has kids. He can be like, you know what?
I'm the
I
proof
quelled that
though.
from the first point. From
I
the
I'm the
I
first
want
time I
proof
saw that
though.
this is
I'm
gonna
the
that's
happen.
why
proof
I said I got
how to
one
do it the
question.
right way.
I
I'm
got
the
one
proof
question.
of
Did
how to
your
do it the right
son grow
way.
up in the house with just you and your daughter, his sister?
No.
His father was in his life
Yeah,
present.
I was home married. Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
And
no. Listen. I
She
don't
still
mean a
ain't getting
man
it.
and
She still
I
ain't
don't
getting it.
mean a man there.
I said
I'm,
I was married.
I heard that. I want you
Okay.
to hear what I'm asking.
What level
Okay.
of influence did the father have in the life of the child?
Did he just go to work and come home and go in his room? Did he talk to his son?
No,
Did
he was there. But we eventually
she keep
divorced or
saying
whatever.
there? She keep saying there. I
But
had
I
a
mean,
man in the
who's
house
the
that was
perfect
there.
father? Where are perfect parents at?
I'm
What you
not. I'm not.
mean?
We're
The
not talking
positive
about perfection.
influence.
See, this is why he's saying, though your personal experiences, you're gonna
I get
defend,
it.
defend, defend, because you can't be objective. You can't
I am
because
being
it's like you
objective,
being
but I just
attacked.
want to understand what you're saying because I'm trying to get to try to
Oh
understand where
man.
you're going
The
with it.
same. Where I'm going is this: for the
Mhm.
guys, for a guy that has a son that didn't grow up gay and he was there, that guy can say, "This is the reason my son ain't like your son," and you can disagree with that, and just because like that might not be true, but that's his truth. What you're feeling could not be true, but to you, that's your truth.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
what he's
But
saying.
hey,
Like don't put
I
your
understood
personal
what he was
experiences,
saying though.
because
But you can do what I'm saying to you is that you can do everything right and it still don't come out how you think it should. My
this is
uncle
true.
was military. He flew planes in the Air Force. He was a boxer. He had his son right here all the time. Son still came out gay. I mean, you could do everything and it don't come. Life is like that. You know that, right?
you know
Those are
what,
few and far
Yolanda?
between.
Statistics don't always hold true. You can
Let
do
me jump
everything.
in.
That's why parenting is like one of the hardest jobs you can have. You can do everything that you think is right. You can be the great dad. You can be the great mom. You can do football, track. You can do everything, and it still turns out the polar opposite.
Few
You
and
raise a
far
dolphin.
between.
All right. No, but listen to this, because Yolanda, I could not agree
Mhm.
more. I got friends, I got cousins, I got siblings that are gay, and they weren't treated any different. It's like, are you guys trying to tell Yolanda that somehow her
We
husband
can't tell
was
Yolanda
no,
Yeah,
time out.
anything
Time
about
out.
her
yeah,
I'm
own
talking.
life.
they are.
I'm talking.
Okay.
You're trying to tell her that there
Okay.
was something in her children's upbringing that changed. Fuck,
Yeah,
gay.
I'm
Being gay is part of life, and some people are gay and some people aren't. And if you think it has to do with how you were raised, you're just kidding yourselves. You're wrong. It happens, and it just is what it is.
the thing about
So
people that we never said anybody was wrong, but Tim, one thing you do all the time is
yeah,
tell people that they're wrong. And the people
well,
that always know that somebody else is wrong is typically what? Wrong.
all right, good
I
for you.
can't
All right,
tell I
Stoney.
can't tell Yolanda nothing about her life. All I'm
Well,
no,
giving
but you
her is
did
enough
just
oh
say
well,
that
you
though.
information
You
were.
said
to
was his dad in the
Hey,
consider.
house?
Stoney,
Was he an
To
Stoney,
active father? Was
consider.
he
Stoney,
present?
I'm sorry to shout, and I'm sorry if I said you were wrong, but ask Yolanda. Yolanda, did you feel like Stoney told you you were wrong?
I
Yeah,
said
I
that.
feel like
I
he
said
was
she's gonna feel
asking me.
attacked.
I feel like
I
he was
said
kind of
that.
saying, was it a present father? Was it was like I was being questioned by an asshole. Just I'm
See
sorry.
what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, but
Ch-
you
ch-
did. You said
You don't have
was
to
the
apologize.
father
That's what
there?
I'm. You
Was
don't
he
even have
present?
to
Was he an
apologize.
active father? He
That's
was
the
all those
point
things.
both of us was making. That's the point. When your life is in it, You can't be objective.
But can you be
can't.
objective though? Are you the one
Yes,
not
I
being
can.
objective though?
I can be
Honestly,
objective. I
because
can
you
definitely
made
be
some
objective.
statements. You made some statements that was crazy. He had a dad. His dad was present. He was a good father. He was a
Name the
great guy.
statement I said that was
What they
crazy,
got
because
to
I
do
don't
with
even
him
know
being
you
gay?
to say anything about you. I
This
asked
is
a
the
question.
problem.
Exactly.
Okay, wait a minute.
This is the
So
problem.
person, okay, hold
Give
on.
me a second, Miss Nikki. Please, give me a second. Please give me a second. Please keep your thought. Please give me a thought. Keep your thought, Miss Nikki. This is the problem as to why we don't insert personal situations into the conversation. Because the way Yolanda's kids were raised is different from the way Tim's kids were raised. It's different from the way Sconey's kids were raised. It's different from the way Miss Nikki's kids were raised. And I'm absolving myself from the conversation because I don't have kids. The situation as it pertains is, as long as you are emotionally attached to the situation, you will always be like, okay, well, you don't know what happened. Okay, cool. I don't know what happened, so I'm going to completely remove myself from the situation and say, yes, you want to talk about statistics? Statistically, a lot of people who live a gay, homosexual lifestyle are homosexual as a result of of them being touched or abused in their history. Does that apply to Yolanda? Does that apply to Sconey? Does that apply to Tim? Does that apply to Nikki? We don't know. So stop applying your emotions to the situation.
Well, we were
That's the
actually
bottom
talking
line. We
about
don't know what happened.
transgender.
Stop
We
putting
was just
yourself in the situation.
we were actually
We don't want
talking
to
about
have that
transgender
conversation.
people
Okay,
being
hold
don't
on.
wanna
All
have
right,
that
everybody,
conversation.
take a moment. Take a moment. Take a bit. Breathe.
Like you're always going to be emotionally attached to your kids.
Breathe.
It's
So,
not just my kids. It's just what
okay.
you're saying
So,
isn't true.
first, yes, we try to make it a general. But if somebody do it, they do it. If they want to put their personal stuff out there, I try not to do it because it's not just my. Look at the private chat to y'all. I just try not to do it because it's not my place for everybody else's bit. You know, some like my story might be connected to somebody else, which they didn't choose to be discussed or talked about or put online. So I don't do that.
Well, that's kind
But
of
if
why
Yolanda wants to, well,
that's
hold
why I
on.
kind of asked
If
him.
Yolanda wants to use, because that's what she can understand from, and I guess other kids that she worked with.
I wanted him to pull up the statistics that said that transgender women are not unalived by their partners or just people that they know.
Most
I wanted
people,
you to pull up the
well,
statistics
most
that
people are
said that.
unalive. You
That
mean
they
by
are
their partners
unalived
like
because
they
they lie to
sleeping with?
men saying that they're not transgender.
I need to jump in real quick too, though. Sconey, I'm sorry, and I think I might do that a lot, and I shouldn't. No, I'm just saying. I'm sorry if I tell people they're wrong, but here's where I was.
You
in
always
that.
tell me.
Here's where I am in that, and to what Nikki just said. I shouldn't be doing that, and I think I do it, and I'm sorry I do it. But Nikki, all we have is our personal experience to draw from. That's just all that. Well, don't say.
Well, we know I'm saying when we're online.
So when Yolanda says, I have this life experience, and then you're saying, well, we shouldn't account for that. It's like, yeah, that's what. It's our life. It's what we have to draw from.
No, that's not what we're saying, Tim.
That's
I'm
what
saying
I heard
right
you say.
now. Hold on, babe. Right now, I'm just speaking when we're talking about social media, the YouTube world, anything like that. As far as her experience is valid. I'm saying as far as I want people to be mindful of what they put on the internet about their families, their personal life, and all of that stuff. That's all. That's where I'm coming from.
When Yolanda tells me her life experience, I believe it and I feel it, and I don't think people should discount it as, well, that's just your experience. It's not real life. It is real life. It's her freaking experience.
I thought that's what podcasting was all about. People's personal experiences.
The issue is when you isolate the overall dynamic by your personal experience.
All right.
And since y'all want to, because I never know what I'm talking about, and I hear this a lot in my personal group chats. I'm hearing it here on this podcast. I hear it on my podcast. I don't ever know what I'm talking about, right? Check this out. I'm looking at. I typed in to Google. Maybe I need to show it on the screen. I typed in who most often is the reason of the death of transgender people. The categories are homicide and violence, suicide, structural stigma and neglect, race and gender indiscretion. Where is domestic violence in that equation?
It's
In the
all of the dude.
homicide
Read it
part,
again. Read it
in the
again.
homicide
It was
portion,
specific
it's a
at
part of the
all.
homicide portion.
Yes, that's the problem. Because when you gotta go into a layer and into a layer and into a layer and into a layer,
But
that
no, the
tends to
reason
mean that
being,
it's not that
because for it
prevalent.
to be domestic violence,
Stop
they would
playing.
have
What are
to
you talking about, man?
confirm it being a relationship, and most of the killers that kill them don't want to claim that relationship because it didn't exist in their own mind. I wasn't in a relationship with a man till I found out, and that's what ended the whole relationship.
No, now you okay.
Once again, so if I got an experience, that's the whole thing. It's just like
Nah,
two
your
people
experience,
having
that's
two
your
different
experience.
experiences are
Fine.
gonna always argue mine is mine and yours is yours and
I
mine is
really
better
don't
than
think
yours.
nobody is wrong,
And
honestly.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
I
But
don't
that's
think
not what
nobody is
you,
wrong,
and
honestly. But
nobody.
I
How
just
many?
know
Who on this panel
you
said you
right.
were
It's
wrong?
more personal for me because I know people. I know these people. I've talked to these people.
I mean, I
I've
think we
sat
no,
down.
I
I have
mean that's
personal
not fair,
relationships
Yolanda. I think
with
we all
people.
know gay people and got gay
No,
people around us. Gay
Well, I
people
don't
got
know gay people,
family.
Yolanda. I
I'm
don't
not
know gay
saying
people.
that, but I'm just saying
That's what
It's
Steven
because
said,
she's
and you
got a
disagreed
son
with
and
it.
you don't have a son, and you
nah,
have an
that ain't
experience
just
where
it.
you
That ain't
In order
her
just
for
it.
me to
experience
understand, I
supersedes
gotta.
yours. Her
I'm not finna get
experience
beat up by
supersedes
y'all.
yours.
I'm not
What
saying
we
that.
talk? Oh,
I'm
hold
just
on.
saying,
I'm trying to figure out where are we at now. Did we miss the subject? The topic?
Yeah,
yeah, because we was
and I
talking
wanted to,
about
because I was trying to
straight
be quiet
day.
with everything.
We was talking
At
about
the bottom
straight
line of
day.
it all, how you know to figure out what it is that you're doing wrong is when somebody else does the same exact thing and you think that it's unacceptable.
It's
So
okay.
if it's okay for gay people to have a whole Pride Month for the whole month of June, which is
Mm,
also in the same month of Father's Day.
I never said that. I never
No,
said
she
that.
didn't say that. We all
No,
agreed,
no,
I
no, no, no,
believe,
no, no,
that
no, 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 no. Y'all
nobody need a month.
personalizing it. I'm talking about in general. That's what the question. That's what I'm answering the question. Is it wrong? If with anything, you can ask this with anything. If you're a Christian and you're praying in public, and then you see a Muslim person that's praying in public, do you have a problem with it? This applies to more than just this particular conversation.
I don't know. I'm gonna live and let people live. Like every time I do a podcast, I always say if what others do don't negatively affect you, then live your life.
It's
Period.
nature. Nature speaks
So
against the homosexuality.
Okay, well, so some things I get what you're saying, Yolanda, but some things when you got the big folks behind it on a certain issue, that might not be what we thinking about. So then it does start kind of affecting everybody else. Because I literally just had to have a discussion with my children about they can't make a tail. So, and I'll just throw that out there.
what
They
you
got
mean
that
they
shit
can't
from
make
I'm sorry,
school.
Nikki. They can't make a what?
They cannot make a tail to identify as an animal.
Oh, because they not animals, right?
Yeah,
Right,
because
but the school said that it
they
was
can
okay.
figure it out.
The school wanted me to get a yarn.
They can
So
identify
these are the
however they
things I'm
want.
talking about. So yes,
I'm trying to
when
be
people
funny.
are so strong
That's
in
fine
certain
with me.
ideologies and it start
They
leaking into
can.
the schools and leaking into your teachers and leaking into policy and laws, then it becomes affecting everybody else.
That's true. I think a child should be able to. It's in the cartoons. It's everywhere. I
Yeah.
think like
Netflix
anything
getting
else, it
sued
gets
and losing
ridiculous.
subscriptions right now
But
because a lot of parents didn't know over in kid Netflix, they got Transformers and one of them is insinuating they trying to convince him, oh, well, I didn't know. So now he non-binary. It's in all of them. They have a bunch of cartoons that parents didn't know about that are talking about and I'm not even, I'm leaving LGB out because that's
yeah,
not
because
really
I'm
the
thinking
issue.
like in my brain, I'm thinking anything excessively is too much. Anything.
Right,
anything.
that's anything.
Whether it's
But I'm
sex,
gonna take the
is you're over
LGB out.
sexualized or
What it
eat
used
too
to be.
much, drink too
LGB
much.
out. LGB is even
It's a lot.
upset with the T's
LGBTQ.
right now.
Yeah.
The gays are
Okay.
upset with the T's because they feel like the T's have ruined their movement. I've seen multiple
That's
videos.
a
I can
real
play them right
thing.
now
That's
where
a
they
real
are
thing.
online saying we were fine.
We
Nobody, we
was
got what
just
we wanted. We were
LGB.
able to get married. We're good. Nobody tripping off us. All of a sudden, all this weird shit started coming on. Talking about you a furry. You can dress up as an animal. Now ain't no gender. Non-binary is just bisexual. Like, what are we talking about? You just
I
like
just
sleeping with
wonder
whoever.
what kind of world would we have if
Don't worry about it.
everybody just
It's no big deal.
if everybody just let everybody live and nobody hated nobody?
Because
Wouldn't that
then
be a
we would
beautiful
have a world
world?
of chaos.
Wouldn't that
So
be a
that's not
beautiful
how that
world?
works.
They can have
God, the
I
world,
Then
the
do
we have
world,
whatever
to
they
tell
want
people
to.
who
the
they run
world,
love and how they got to be.
God does not operate out of confusion. God is order. So you can't
Right.
just let everybody do what they want to do
I
because
know.
you'll
I
have
said if we
people
all loved each
beating the
other
hell
and
out
we
their
just
kids. You'll have people running. It'll be like the purge night every day. So you
I said
can't
if we
have people
loved
Gotta
doing
get
it.
it.
well, maybe I mean if everybody just loved everybody.
What we do, we not. But see, that's where y'all
Well,
get it mixed up. Y'all call stuff hate that's not hate. You take it as hate, but it's not hate. It's just like, dude, leave my kids alone.
so I'm not really religious, but I heard this thing about love your neighbor and your brother as yourself. That it rings a bell to me.
Yeah, but that's the part
But
they
you got
leave
to say
out.
the whole. You can't see for me
That
because
isn't that enough? That's not
hold
enough.
on,
I got to
Tim.
put
Because
that
if
in
you're gonna bring up
context.
the
Say it,
Bible, you
Nikki.
can't
What
say
is
I'm
it?
not real religious because I'm not religious. I'm spiritual and I have a relationship with God and I know the book. So if you're gonna say that, you need to tell the whole context. That's why I don't go to a lot
What's
of
the whole
churches.
context
You got
of
people
love
that
your
build
neighbor
churches
as
off one
yourself?
Say
sentence in
it.
the
What is
Bible.
it? I
So
wanna
that
know.
statement doesn't live on its own, Nikki. Love your neighbor as yourself. That
No.
can't live on its own.
No, it does not.
Okay.
That goes
It's
to a
right.
whole story. It's a whole backdrop to that. It's a whole
No.
bunch of stuff go with that.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Just
I'll tell
like
you
how
this.
I was saying when
I'm
people
sorry,
try
dear.
to use that against the when Christians need to stop using that scripture. I mean, the one scripture that is an abomination against the gays without telling the rest of it.
But here's
That's
my
not right.
life. Here's my life. And you can tell me it's just my life, so I shouldn't talk about it.
That's not what
But
we
that,
said.
no,
Quit doing
Nikki,
that.
let me finish what I'm saying.
You're lying.
Let me
That's
finish
not
what
what we
I'm
said.
saying. That's how I try and live my life. Live my neighbor as myself. Be
Break that
treating
down.
other people as I want to be treated. And that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
end of the story.
From the
I don't know
minute
any
you
more
wrong,
context
damn
about
right.
it.
Hell
I
yeah.
I don't know.
definitely live my life
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
Cut me off again, but that's fine.
No,
All
I
I'm
said
trying to
I
say
agreed
is
with
I
you.
try.
Yes.
I can give you the context.
Wait a minute.
I'm
Hold on.
trying to say in my world, in my life, I try and live day to day, treat other people as I want to be treated, love my neighbor as I love myself. That's how I try and live. I don't do it all the time, but I don't think it needs any more context.
But I
think
was
that's
just
a
going to
pretty
say
good way
if
to
they
live.
said it, love my neighbor unless they gay, love my neighbor unless they trans, love my neighbor unless they
But
kids
see,
are
y'all
gay,
took that at. That's
That's
why.
all I said.
That's why that
That's
whole.
that's
That's why
not what he
people.
mean.
But see, what I'm
What do
saying.
it mean?
Hold on. That's why, and this is. I want y'all to understand. This is why people get so frustrated because one side, and this whoever do this, no matter what it is, but a lot of times with this particular situation, people will say it's hate or harm, all of these things when really it's just I don't agree with that.
Exactly.
But just because I spoke on it, that's a form of censorship. Y'all, that's how people try to make people self-censor themselves. Because I don't agree or because I have an opinion on it, all of a sudden, oh, that's hateful. I never said I hate nobody. I love and y'all know me. I love
I do.
everybody.
I don't think you hate nobody.
I
Nikki,
love everybody. I love
Nikki,
everybody.
Nikki, and what I was saying, did you hear the word hate? I never said the word hate.
No,
I'm
Yolanda
saying
said
I
that.
want to love my.
No, Yolanda said that. Yolanda
What I
had.
say?
I don't want to hate anybody.
Can I finish? Yolanda had piggyback off of you when you were saying love my neighbor, and then she said love your neighbor unless they transgender, love your neighbor unless they gay. So
Yeah,
that's what I was
well,
responding to because that's not real. That's not true. And I'm tired of people putting that hateful tag on people just because we don't agree with a lifestyle or think things could be done more tactful or different or
No,
whatever.
it's
I
either
don't
black,
agree with
it's either black
crackheads
or
either.
white. It ain't no gray area in that. Treat people how you want to be treated. Period.
But that's not what we're
That's
talking.
if you want to be treated nice, you should treat whoever nice. That's
I
it.
treat everybody nice. So that's
Yeah.
why
So
I'm
why does it
confused
matter
about
who they
what we're
sleep
talking
with?
about. But if
It
you're
don't
going to bring
matter.
it up in the Bible, then no, I don't let people play with that book. If you're going to bring up a scripture out the Bible, or if you're going to talk about something in the Bible, I need you to talk about the whole thing, because I could have easily said,
I
God
don't
said
bring up
being
the
gay is an
Bible.
abomination, and I could have left it at that.
He never did.
But
You
I
can
didn't.
That's
say
what
that,
the
but
book
it's still
say.
bullshit.
I guess.
Read
I don't know. I
Leviticus
don't go by that
18,
book.
No, the
Tim.
book
Yes, it
says
does. Man shall
any
not lie
sexual
with
No, I don't
man.
go by
immorality
that book.
is
That
gay.
book been
Whether
rewritten
you're
15
straight
million
and you
times.
cheated, whether you straight
Spaces,
and you cheated,
Spaces and
whether
Nikki,
you
you really
single
want to
and you
talk?
sleeping around.
You really want to talk about you got to kill your mother if she wears clothes of a different wool? I mean, give me a break.
Man
That's what the
shall not
Bible
lie
say.
with man. Leviticus 18. Read it.
All right.
That book been
Because
rewritten
if
so
you're
many
gonna
times.
talk
I'm
I'm
about
saying
sorry.
it's
if you're gonna talk
wrong.
about the
That's
I
scripture,
don't
fine.
talk about
know.
the scripture.
I'll shut up.
I mean,
Cast
so
those who
that's
All I
my
was
thing
trying to say
though.
was
among
love
us.
people, and you
It's
got
wrong when it don't agree with
Big.
what you want to do.
Exactly.
That's
But it ain't
100%
wrong.
fact.
No, it ain't
Treat
wrong when
people
you
how
ask
you
for
want to be
God for something.
treated.
Like, I don't get that.
I
That's
don't
why I
When
didn't
it
want to
works,
bring. That's why I don't talk about religion and God on here, because see, I don't play like that. I will definitely call you out. If it's wrong, if you don't believe it, then don't believe it across the board. If you believe it, then believe it.
when
It's
it
really
works to
ain't
their
that.
benefit, it's like, yes, that's what the Bible says. But they can't quote the scripture. You quote the scripture, that's
Listen,
against that against what it is that they're saying, and all of a
Nah,
sudden, you
Evan,
know
take
what?
that out.
That's not
I
it.
Take
don't
that out.
say
Take
what the
that's not
And
Bible
it.
me,
say.
That's not what the
Tim
you
is
can't
the
even quote the
same guy
scripture
that
according to what
doesn't
it is
want
that you're saying.
anything taken out of the Constitution. We can't change the Constitution. We can change the Bible, though.
Cast
We
those
can
who are
The
change
not
the
of
Bible
him
been
Bible.
amongst
rewritten
us.
so many times. Do y'all even know if that's the right Bible? Is that the one that was in there with Jesus Christ? I don't know.
but
First
King
of
Scony,
James
all,
version.
I
I
we're
am
not
appreciate
the
you,
gonna.
brother.
vessel.
Okay,
I am the
okay. What we're
vessel.
not gonna do is have this
Yeah.
discussion
Yeah.
right
But
now.
do you really believe the Old Testament at its word 100%?
I
Because there
believe the
is
Old
really weird
Testament
stuff
more than
up
the
there.
New Testament, because the
Like
New Testament is what's been rewritten by men 400 years
I,
yeah,
after
okay.
Yahweh was gone. His name not even Jesus. The J wasn't even invented back then.
I
So
just
I'm
can
not
tell
going to
that a
go
lot of
there with
people
y'all.
have
I don't
never
want to
read the
have this
Bible. That's
conversation
what
because
I
I do
know.
not play
I just
about
treat
my
people
Most
how
High
I
Whether
want
God.
to be
you
treated.
believe
All
it
right,
or
I
not.
get that. I get that, Nikki. And I appreciate it. And I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm going to say one last thing that I'm surprised it got you all riled was love your neighbor like yourself.
That
And
didn't
give
get me
people that
riled.
peace.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
that
No, it got
you
me
know.
riled
Your
because you didn't finish it. I
misinterpretation
said I
of
do
the
not see how y'all
statement.
change
Yeah,
words
your
up and you only hear
misinterpretation
what
of
you want to hear. I said, do not quote a scripture unless you're going to tell the full story and context.
So
Those
I
sentences
thought love
that
your
just
neighbor
come
as
out of
yourself
her.
is a
what does
pretty
that
good whole story, but I guess it isn't.
what does that
Well,
scripture
And
say?
then you said it like I don't love people. I love everybody and I treat everybody good.
it doesn't mean you have to agree with
Right. That
your
don't mean I
neighbor
gotta agree with it.
at
I
all.
treat crackheads good, but I don't do dope.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
what?
Exactly.
it's. I mean, everybody got the right to their own
And it
opinion.
doesn't
Period.
and
At
it
the end of
doesn't
the
mean
day,
your crackhead neighbor, you should let them break in your house over and over again because they're your neighbor. Like that's not the context of it. What you do is always offer grace. You offer people grace. That's it.
I was just gonna say, because just because they're a crackhead don't mean they're a bad person either. They
Right.
No,
made
but
That's
and
bad
the
it don't
whole.
mean
choices.
let them in
They
your
made
house
bad
either.
choices, and who to say,
And it don't
it's
mean leave your
always
back door open when you go to work. That's
true.
it ain't
True.
that much love in the world. For me anyway. Maybe you.
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
Timmy.
I just want people to stop saying stuff. Hate is really not hate. Most of it is just disagreements about small things. But when you start saying you hate gays or you hate this and you hate
Who
that,
said that?
that's how the content, and I'm not saying just y'all, but that's how it comes off with these conversations. And people do
I
say
don't
that.
think y'all hate gays at all.
I never
No,
used the
I'm
word
saying
hate.
that because I'm
This
saying
is a
that because we're
conversation.
online, and that is
Oh, okay.
the
And that's
sentiment
that's
across
what
the
they get
board.
out of it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like most people, they be doing that. So, but I want to show y'all one other thing, and I'm gonna do it randomly. And I like to do these after
That's
these type.
always a hot button topic.
Yeah, after these type of lives, and I do. So I'm gonna give this one last
If
little
if
thing.
if gays can have Gay Pride Month, heterosexuals can have heterosexual Pride Month. That's a fact.
I
That
A
shit
mean,
hundred
makes
percent.
sense.
100%.
Well, I
That
don't
should
think
make
none
sense.
of I don't think none of it needed.
This-
Now I
this-
will say on that particular topic, I feel like it's just fanning the flame that's unnecessary. Because I'm so tired. I'm tired of chaos. I am
Me
tired
too.
of
Me
I'm
too.
tired of arguing. I'm tired of division, separation. So I feel like, okay, especially when they said they hadn't even had a damn pride thing since 2020. So I'm sorry, sir. I'm confused.
He
You
just trying to. He
to
said
start
it's
shit.
a movement. It's people be motivated by different reasons. So I don't. Is this reason even the reason that
No,
he's
I
saying it
don't think none
is?
of that stuff is
I
needed.
think it's
Just
just too
chill. Can we
much.
just go get some money? God
That's a
damn.
fact, Miss
Yeah.
Nikki.
Okay.
Miss
Period.
Nikki,
Yes.
look. I'm gonna say this last thing. Just be gay and live life.
Right.
Just be
Shoot.
gay. Ain't nobody. Okay, there are
Huh.
some people out there for
They
the
care.
sake of argument
Right, but
that
you
are
got
legitimately
radicals
like,
on each side. You got radicals here, you got radicals there.
hold
Thank
on.
you.
There are some people on the side that's like kill gay people. There are some people that are on the side that's like kill trans people.
Damn.
The
I ain't never
issue
heard
is laws and lifestyles are being changed to adhere to the life of gay people.
And why? Because most
That's
of the
not
people
right.
who make the
That's-
laws are gay.
You're totally
How do you
full of
know?
shit. That's not right.
You just talking. You just saying stuff.
Hey, I just,
Yolanda that
hey,
called the whole Congress
hey,
gay.
Spaces. I went through this with
Everybody
my
gay.
son today, man. He just kept saying, "I'm like, son, you just saying things. You
Just
just
you
saying
just
things.
talking to
Yeah, I
the
Just
just
talk.
saying
said that.
things."
Calm down. I just said that.
I'm saying like if you're gonna be gay, just like you expect heterosexual people to be, just be gay. Just live life. If you
I sure get it.
if you
That's
like
what they
licking
doing.
knuckles at nighttime, if you like licking suckers at nighttime, just do that on your own time.
They be in
Just
their
do that on
world
your own
for
time,
them.
and don't try to push that on children. Don't try to
But
make it seem like that is a natural style of life, because that is not natural to life.
so
It's
Spaces,
point blank period. It's just that.
I appreciate that 100%, and I couldn't agree more. But if you look at the federal government and all the months that they like put, check it out after we're done. But it's like autism, it's like epilepsy, it's like they got months for every freaking thing you can think of, and gays included in there. But I agree. It's like we don't need a special month for gay people.
I
We
think
don't
it's
need a
autism
special
month
month for
right now.
black people. We don't need a special month for people with only one leg. It's like, get over it. Just live your life.
It's just confusion because I'm black every day. Sorry.
It's all
Well,
created.
only in
It's
February in my book.
paganism to sell products and services.
That's
It's nothing
it.
more, nothing less.
That's it. I
It's a
promise you.
month to sell some rainbow flags.
Exactly. And, yeah.
All
Anyway,
now, all
I
of them
agree. I
holidays,
agree.
they just did that for money.
Money, exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. Well, it was good. It was a little heated, good information from all different perspectives for the people. That's what I like. But I'm gonna go here.
And thank you for having my back, doctors.
And we're gonna
For
do
real.
this. Huh?
No, I was just messing with them.
Oh. All right.
All right.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
What's on my tongue, bro?
It can happen. With our tongue, your finger, like your mouth,
No! Oh no, Ash! Rylan! Oh my goodness,
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Spaces, you gonna do that with your kids?
I like to have a lighthearted, just to kind of get the That's hilarious to me. Like, what? Did you see their faces?
That was petrified.
I'm gonna jump in first. It's not right to torture your kids, but Nikki, it cracked me up thinking about you, and it was like 3 weeks ago, but talking about the hood graduations. And then I saw your handsome son, like all decked out. Like it felt like you played that right up to your son because he had a hood graduation and he was so good looking and sweet.
No, he didn't
I
have
just
no
want to say
hood
that
send
because
off.
I don't think I've seen you since then.
What you say?
And
She
maybe
be
that
talking
wasn't a
shit.
full blown hood graduation.
He had the
My baby
Lambo.
was
And
my baby
he
was clean
looking
as
good.
that.
He
He
had
was
the
looking
Lambo.
good.
But
He
I
was
did not
looking good.
spend $5,000. I didn't even spend $500.
I don't know. I don't want to hear that.
Well,
But,
not on his send off, but like, you know,
but what a
he
handsome
was
young
G'd
man.
up.
And
So not on
congratulations.
his send off. I'm saying I didn't do that for like balloons, venue. I don't need all that. I just needed him.
But
And he
for the
did the
video
work.
you just sent, it's like, don't torture your kids. That's not right to put that shit in their mouth.
Well, if somebody can find me one of them fake tongues, I'm doing it. And I want to see what happened.
The twins too big for that.
You think so? I got nieces and stuff. I don't know. I think the twins will go for it. I think they'll go for it.
I did do the baby doll thing where like they take the baby doll and whoop the baby doll instead of whooping the kid. I did that one. It worked. Where you like, don't like, why are you in my window? Why are you doing that? And then you like, stay out of my. Yeah, that one worked.
It worked. What did it make the kids do? Freak out?
Just
Nah, make them do
like
whatever
just
you
stop
trying to
being
do.
mad.
Oh, because they be so scared how you beat up the doll.
Yeah, but you don't whoop them. That one worked. Yep.
That's funny. I did the somebody out here to fight me, and they bringing their kids one with them.
Oh, did it work?
Yes, did. They had all questions. It was funny. They put their clothes and did. But kid, you talking about? I'm sorry, I said my baby. I got. Did she say what? I was like, yeah. They bringing they was like younger at the time. I said they 10. I'm like, get your butt out the bed, and then Peyton, she getting out. She working herself to it, but she got all questions. She's like, what did you do? Why did they want to fight you? I said, come on, they outside.
Like, baby, I ain't for that running
They
outside.
say, hey, my one, she say, hey, I don't know what you did. I ain't really trying to have no smoke, and I ain't trying to get beat up by nobody 6 months older than me.
That's good.
But it was funny though. But yeah, I like to thank everybody though for hanging out with us. We got a couple.
Get y'all some gay friends.
Yeah, okay, Obama.
I'm sorry, I have gay friends.
I just got a message.
Yeah, continuing break down the family dynamic. Yeah,
break it down. I'm building it up. I'm an ally.
by encouraging people to be gay.
No, I don't do that. I just let people be who they are and love them regardless. That's all.
That's the problem in
love
society.
This all
people
I do is
need
love.
to be brought up to understand what it is that they are supposed to do as an individual, and that's the difference in what it is. Why we had that big conversation 5-10 minutes ago.
Don't encourage people to be who they are. Encourage them
I'm
who
sorry,
you want
I
them
made
to
a
be.
cat video. That was
but
make you laugh.
I'm gonna come and find you up in
Tim,
South Dakota.
Tim, I got an argument for that, Tim. So we should have let Jeffrey, that whoever raised Jeffrey Dahmer, just let him be who he is. Be yourself, Jeffrey.
What's buddy name?
Oh man, that's all right.
What's buddy name?
Just like we said earlier,
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Stoney, I appreciate that, but just like we said earlier, there's weird shit on every edge of the whole world.
True,
and that's way at the edge.
Don't quell it though.
Real life.
True. Don't put the people in your sphere on the best foot possible. Just let them be themselves. Just like Buddy, what's his name? They had a documentary on him. It's like it was a gay man that was.
Phone? Can y'all hear that?
I'm not sure.
You
Put the
losing it,
wine
auntie.
down, Miss Nikki. Put the
Good.
wine.
No. Messenger is ringing. Oh, why is it not ringing on my phone?
Scony, what's the name? What's the name of that not documentary? It's a series. Is it Jeffrey Dahmer that you mentioned?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
when he was putting people's heads in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So you're trying to relate being gay to Jeffrey Dahmer. That's fine. But
I mean, was he not
the
gay, Tim?
It's got
LGBTQ
nothing to do with the
community liking
conversation.
themselves
He
to
wasn't just gay.
the
Are y'all
civil rights
serious?
movement. What we talking about?
We're talking about all kinds
if
of serial
somebody's
killers. You want
all
to talk
right,
about serial killers?
let's take
They're
it
out
off
there.
of let's take it off of the Jeffrey Dahmer. If somebody's racist, don't tell them, don't coach them as a parent to not be a better person and understand that people are not living up to these stereotypes. Just let them be what they're going to be. You know, just let them believe what they're going to believe about the people that they don't even know. As a whole community, there's 40, 50 million people, black people in America. If they grow up looking like thinking that black people are a subsect of society, if they're going to be racist against America and all the black people in America, let them be racist. Don't tell them, don't coach them into being a better person. Don't coach them into thinking being better. Just let them be racist. And
But you
they're
do
going to be the person that they're going to be.
Can I jump
You
in
do
real quick? I'm
understand
sorry,
as a
Yolanda.
parent, you can do all that, and your child could choose to go another route. Right?
You are responsible as a parent
Yolanda,
to,
thank you.
to coach them
And I'm
into being the
gonna
best
talk really
person
loud to
that
talk
they
over
can
you,
be.
Spaces.
If they grow up, a child is a
You think
reflection
a
of the
person
parent,
raised their
regardless of whether you
child to
like
be
it
a
or not.
crackhead? No.
Here's the whole
they
difference, though. And I'm sorry to yell, but here's that difference, and it's breeding or raising versus nature. It's like some kids are born gay. If you don't believe that, you don't believe it. That's fine. And what you're trying to say is I'm sorry. What you're trying to say is you raise your kids a certain way, they'll raise that way. I'm trying to say some kids are born the way they're born, and you don't have a effing thing to do about it. It is their nature as they're born. You don't
This
believe that?
conversation
It's
is
fine.
much needed. There's 337 million people in America. What percentage of people are born gay in America?
10%.
337 million.
10%. Did you hear me?
Right now,
10%.
Tim, let me tell you how your numbers are off. Because right now, 5% of America identify as the LGBTQIA. That's how your numbers are off. You're just talking.
No, that's fine. That's fine. They only relate to that because
I don't know.
Because the other 5% don't want to admit it.
Just talking. We can only
You
go off what we know.
He said he said the other 5% in the closet, bro. He just
because we know
statistics?
because we know that it's exactly 5%, right?
How do you know that? Who told
That's
you that?
the problem.
Who came
That's
up
what
with
I'm
the
talking about.
statistics? Who came
Well,
up with
there's
the
some
statistics?
percent. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 6, maybe it's 100. But who knows? But who cares? There's some percent of people that are born gay, and you don't believe that, and that's fine.
No.
But
That's
I'm
where you're
saying
wrong.
it's
And
the
I
truth.
haven't spoke on this. I
Be born gay,
I
you can be born a killer.
I do believe.
There's some percent born a killer.
That there are so many thousands of people that are born to be degenerative of whatever society. I do believe that, from gay, from murderers to do drugs, whatever the case. I do believe that. But for the amount of people that exist in society as it pertains to what is happening with the gay agenda, in changing laws, in changing how people live life, into changing the fact that people can't say LGBTQIA, to the fact that people can't say gay, people can't say homosexuality. That is not the norm. That is not the amount of people that are born that way, as opposed to what it's like for people that behavior to not be quelled by the parents of the children.
If you're born that way, you can't quell it. That's my point.
I think it's just
The
people
absolute
fighting for their
majority of
rights.
people are not born that way, Tim. That's what you're not understanding.
Well, the majority of people aren't gay.
But
You just said it.
That's
You
less
just
than
said it.
10% of society. The majority. Let me rephrase it this way.
Why people?
I think he's making. I think what's going with Spaces is making the point. Is the point is the laws and everything.
People accepting the behavior instead of quelling the behavior.
Tim talking about the babies that are born shaking the milk on their face.
Well,
You
Spaces,
know what, Stoney?
and I think Yolanda would agree with this. And again, I'm an old white liberal, but I think if you're born gay, you shouldn't try and squelch that behavior, like you're saying, Spaces.
Don't teach them to be
why
better.
would a parent try and change you if you're born gay? And a lot of conservatives think that's not such a thing. You're learned to be gay. Well, I
think
believe
certain things.
I believe a lot of
certain
kids
things-
are born to be gay.
For the most part, I'm not saying. I think for the most part, what we're seeing now, I'm not saying back then. I'm saying for what we're seeing specifically now within the last it's been 5-6 years or whatever.
People are gay
Maybe
because
10.
it's trendy.
I'm sorry, Spaces.
Well, only because
people got BBLs because it's trending too.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Part of this stuff is because it started with the kids. I saw this stuff happening. I remember saying, "Oh, this a pass. It's like a fad." I remember saying this stuff with the teenagers, was kids, and I started seeing the girls be dressing like boys, and the boy, I'm like, yeah, they just, that's a trend. I ain't really trip on it, and I didn't realize what was happening. But I do believe that I'm not gonna say raised or not raised. I don't want to use those words, but I do think that how can I put this?
Yeah, they're just born that way and then accept.
No, not born. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think if you in certain environments, so you see certain things a majority of the time. Okay, let's say like if you got, and I've seen this happen in the one of them turned to be gay, one of them didn't, but they raised. If you always see your mama and you pick up these feminine traits, that don't necessarily mean you're gay. You just kind of feminine because you see mannerism of your mama and your aunties. Ain't no men in the family. But you can also, especially we live in now, the most recent times, that behavior is seen. You got somebody that's trying to convince them they something else. Now I know grown men that got whole families. Now he could have been gay. He could have been fighting. I don't know. We used to think he was gay when we was little, but he had a wife and everything. But he was raised by his mama. No daddy. Some people been touched. When I think with the statistics, a lot of them have been molested or touched inappropriately some kind of way. I'm not, but I see we keep talking about the LGBT, and I'm really not kind of talking about. We did talk about that because we were just talking about heterosexual mom, but for some reason we couldn't talk about that. It went right back to the LGBT, and that's what I was speaking on. My main issue is the push on the whole permanent fixtures to your body on kids. That's all I really care about.
I mean, as it pertains to this conversation, if why, ask yourself, why would fathers existed before Gay Pride Month? Why would Gay Pride Month also be placed on the same month as Father's Day?
Well, I don't think they
in the same month. Because it's just coincidental, right? There's not
you don't think so?
to apply that to, right? Not January, not December, not June, not March.
Wait, hold on.
On the month of Father's Day, right? But let people just be demons as it pertains to however they want to. Let people be demons.
That's so wrong,
like,
Spaces.
That's
so wrong, Spaces. But Spaces, let me read you. I'm sorry. Let me read you real quick.
Hold on. Go ahead, Tim.
Let me read you real quick. June is National Indigenous History. It's Italian heritage. It's Filipino heritage. It's Portuguese heritage, and it's Pride Month. Those are all the things in the month of June that the federal government honors. So
which one do you hear
all
at
of those
most?
things? I'm sorry?
Which one do you hear celebrated most in media?
Well,
I rest my case, Tim.
So Spaces, should they cancel all that shit?
Yes. If you're
And
not
that's
going to
fine with
celebrate
me.
all
That's fine with
time,
me.
I
We
But
don't
you know
need
what?
nothing but
You know what pisses
Thanksgiving.
you off is
cancel all
gay
them fake
pride.
ass holidays.
We need
Cancel.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Not even that either. Cancel 'em.
Every
I
day,
like Thanksgiving, girl.
I
All that
like
food.
every
I
Thanksgiving
day.
too
mean,
because
the
you get to
federal
spend time
government
with your
Yeah,
honors
you
family
so
be
many
chilling and
different
stuff.
and sit
crazy
down and
things.
eat.
It's stupid. So I would
Valentine's
agree.
Day
I
make
wouldn't
people
recommend
feel
it to
lonely
cancel
and
all of them.
defeated.
It
But the
do.
fact that you guys are
It'll be so
homophobic
sad.
is just weird to me.
Who's homophobic, Tim?
All of you.
See how he
Why? Because I
called?
don't
That's
want
what
a
I'm talking about. They go
boyfriend?
straight to
no,
slurs.
you're
That's the
wrong.
big H,
You're
Because I
Tim.
wrong.
don't
That's the
want a
big
So
H.
why
boyfriend?
don't you want all those other things canceled?
Hold on.
You
Let's
want
let's
everything canceled. I
since
thought we
we're
all agreed on
I'm
that.
homophobic because
since
I
we're
don't want a
talking about
boyfriend, Tim.
the
Wait a
original.
minute. What you say, Scotty?
Because I don't want a boyfriend, I'm homophobic.
Well, I've been trying to come on to you for quite a while. And
I
it hasn't
know,
worked.
Tim. I'm gonna have to talk to your wife sooner or later, bro.
No, my point is, who gives a shit if there's a gay pride month? I mean, what difference does it make?
Nobody.
If you have to ask that question, Tim, then you're voluntarily ignorant.
All right. I'll accept that.
You're
But
voluntarily.
you're not really
ignorant.
That's
upset.
your opinion.
You're not really upset that it's Italian Heritage Month
He
too.
turned it into
Why
a
wouldn't
Trump
that piss you
supporter,
off,
man.
Spaces?
Because they
Check
didn't
this out.
push it. They
Why
didn't
doesn't
make
that
me
piss you
start
off?
speaking Italian.
Tim, you turned into a Trump supporter. I see it all in you.
There's no way that's happening.
I see it all in you.
The reason, Tim, that
Yeah.
that I don't have an issue with it is because until you said it just now, I didn't even know that there was an Italian celebration month at all.
Yeah.
That's why I asked that
So
question,
you saying just shoving
because
it down your
the only
throat.
two celebrations that I know in the month of June was Gay Pride Month and Father's Day. Think about that difference. We're celebrating Gay Pride for 30 days and celebrating fatherhood for 1 day.
I'm not
Understood.
celebrating either of them for any day. It's
No,
like it's just
I'm
what
just-
the federal government
tripping.
says in their calendar. I don't give
They
a
got-
fuck.
Actually, y'all wouldn't believe the holidays that we have. So I was a property manager before, right? And we used to send out these monthly calendars. And so my bigger bosses from corporate, they always want us to put all these little fun holidays. And then we had to put every little holiday in the calendar so I had to look it up. You got hot dog day, you got national ice
Right.
cream day. It's so many dumbass holidays, but
To sell
Hot dog day is
products
not a
and
To sell
dumbass
stuff.
services.
But I digress. We are at the 2-hour mark. This was a good conversation, guys. But I do want to let you all know that I love y'all. We love people. We love everybody. We might not love the behaviors, but we love the person. Okay. And I'm sure it's people that don't love my behaviors, just like I might not love some other people's behaviors. So just conversation. I think it needs to be had. The good thing about it is we can have these conversations and still laugh and smile at cats, but we have to understand that there is a segment of people out there that will fight about this, and we don't want that. We are trying to have civil discourse and get information out, anecdotal experiences out, and let the people decide for themselves. That's all we can do.
Let us say good night. But I want to say, Spaces, I'm coming through your area in about 2 weeks, and I'm going to check you out, brother. I'd love to show
Hey,
you.
let me know. We in the chat together, bro. We
Yeah.
I want to say this because this live, like, Tim is super cool to kick it with.
Oh,
Like,
Tim hella cool, y'all.
Like I met him once. Like, he's super cool to kick it with, man. And
Especially if you're
we
a
have
group of black chicks.
Most liberals are pretty cool though.
We have disagreements on certain aspects of life, but when we're talking about vacations, we're talking about certain cars and cigars or whatever the case, it is super fun to kick it with Tim. I want to clarify that.
Thank you. Well,
Tim is homie.
Now, also,
I'm gonna hang around this time for once. So yeah.
Yeah, this was a great conversation. Now, Ms. Nikki, I hope you figure out where you can find your points to clip it up.
I've already been looking at the time. Anytime you see me do this, just watching time.
Now, I'll say this, right? I'm gonna say this last thing, super quick. I looked up while we were having the conversation the amount of transgender people that have died as a in America. It was like 50 in a year. Now, this is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, it's a bad thing. Period. It's a bad thing that they've died, but it's 50. So, just a part of the conversation we were having earlier.
All right, can we give a moment of silence to the individuals that have passed away? The podcast guy, any transgender, Father, I pray that no harm, no foul comes to anybody and any of your children with your heart, that your will be done in their life. Let healing begin in this nation. And that's really all I got to say. Anybody want to say something? Yolanda, you want to shout out your channel? Anybody? We'll go around, start with Yolanda.
So I got 2 shows coming up this month. The podcast Miss Me After Dark, and I just probably 2 months ago started doing this thing. It's called Toilet Testimonies. It's on my page. It's on TikTok. Just played me. Took my whole channel down. Lord, anyway, Toilet Testimonies is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I got a show at Pops on the 22nd. A comedy show at Pops. Then I got Manifestation Board Positive, which I need so bad. Brunch. It's a brunch on the 31st, which is a Sunday. So those things, I try to keep it cute and positive. So check me out, Yolanda Brown, on all platforms.
All right. What's up?
Yeah.
Scony Spaces. Anybody? Everybody knows Spaces, the No Key podcast. I was asking, did y'all want to say anything or last word?
Yeah, Scony, you want to go?
I'm good, brother.
All right. So, what's going on, everybody? I am Spaces. I am 1/3 of the No Key podcast. We go live every Sunday at 2 p.m. unless schedules change. We might go live at 12. Scony's pulled up. Miss Nikki has definitely pulled up, been on the panel at least twice. And you know what? I might have to conduct an interview with Tim because we were talking behind the scenes, and this wasn't an argumentative standpoint. It was just trying to explore his thoughts. And I was just asking the questions and accepting the answers as to what it is that he was saying, So I encourage the diversity of thoughts. And, a lot of people aren't as brave as Tim to get on the panel and consistently have a difference of opinion, when it comes to myself, Scony, Miss Nikki having conservative standpoints. So I applaud Tim from the standpoint of being able to come on the panel and talk.
I do too. Thank
you. I got to jump in on that. You're so sweet, and I got to just be honest. It amazes me your points of view. And when I tell my friends, like, I'm on this podcast and these people, they're like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, no, there's really intelligent Black people that believe this shit. It's like,
damn, Joe Biden.
So I love it. And I appreciate the fact that you guys give me the space.
Wait a minute, what'd you say? They say, Tim, they say they believe this shit.
Nikki, what I'm saying is, in an overall statement, I am so grateful that you guys give me the space to be an old white guy on your panel, because it's it's so enlightening to me. It wakes me up.
Leaves you speechless.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tim be at the barbecue, baby. He be here. Tim be and I love it.
Tim will be a protected class at the barbecue.
Tim gonna stand 10 toes down on his and don't play with him.
Tim will be a protected class at the barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
He has.
I'll be
He's
the
a.
barbecue because that's what I do. But anyway,
He
love
has
you
a
guys.
difference
and
of
thank you, man.
opinion, and y'all ain't gonna ridicule him and make him feel bad about his opinion.
Nope,
Thank
we
you,
ain't gonna let
Tim.
you. We're the only ones that can do that.
Thank you,
I'm just
Tim.
playing.
Thank you, Tim.
All right.
But
Thank you,
no,
guys.
I love y'all,
Thank
and it
you.
is brave. And speaking of, because Tim is brave, he the only left-leaning liberal Democrat I can get up here consistently, and speak his thoughts and give their point of view. I don't want to be in an echo chamber. So if you want to hop on this panel, if you know somebody that wants to get on the panel, they're not fearful and they on the opposite side or whatever, whether it's feminism, whatever it is, they want to hop on here, send me a DM, Nikki Green 2025 on Instagram. We would love to have you every Thursday, 8 o'clock. So shout me out, or you can email me at justabrown@gmail.com.
Thank you, guys.
Yolanda, wake up.
So with
No,
that
I'm
being said,
woke.
and I want to thank everybody. We had some new people in here. Bobby's Knight says salute. Be meaning to catch one of your streams for a while now. Right on. We got Joseph Balls. Shout out to your channel. Shout out to you, Mr. Boss. And we appreciate you for hanging out with us. We love the company. So with that being said, I'm just another brown girl in America trying to figure this thing out.